You say you still can come through tomorrow around 9:30. Oh, you still ain't watch it? I'm surprised.
This shit ain't taking that long. I knocked out one today.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch. I play foreign tonight, and then after I play foreign, I'll watch.
I think I either play you or him after this after y'all match up.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it, and then I got.
Cause I play, and then after that I play you or him after that. It's like I've got two. Yeah. I don't play Ken again.
When you want to play the old league?
We can run it tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow's not gonna work.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be here, and then when I leave here, I'm going to the music studio.
Thursday. That's fun.
Did Cliff and Brett get in here?
Yeah, let me double check.
I think they were trying to play tonight. What up, y'all?
I was thinking that we could do like once we're done with the new restart. Once we start the new one,
How we sound?
Mic check.
The new restart will become the old one, and then the old
Mic
one
check.
right now we'll just delete that, so that way the new that way. I'm just saying, but how long you want to keep going with that?
Well, here's the thing. Let everybody bounce. I'll play that shit by myself.
Bruh.
What up, T? What up, Ant-Man? Do you understand? Like, this is the most perfect team I've ever built. Even with losing talent, because I can't pay everybody.
I'm just saying, you was gonna be.
Because I have like 4 or 5 of my own personal franchises. If everybody want to bounce it, I'll just make it.
All right. Ken, how long you gonna stay in the O League?
It didn't matter. I heard you talking. What was your?
He was saying once we start the restart, that the current new one will be the old one.
Oh, so we just rotate them out?
Yeah. So basically, we will get like 8 seasons per franchise.
Well, here's the thing. So I thought we agreed to 3 seasons, not 4. Because when somebody asked, you said an extra
I said
2.
4 because I felt like unless we were doing.
See, that fucks me up because I didn't plan for 4. So a lot of financial. Huh?
I was saying we can go back to 3. I was just thinking 4 would be better because it seemed like 3 was a little bit too ambitious.
3 is quick.
That's quick. You
No,
know
it is. I said that, but it is what it. It's just I didn't plan financially for 4.
We can still do 3. You know, ain't no big deal.
In the restart, I'm down for 4, but I just got to know from the beginning. I'll go willy nilly.
That one season ain't gonna change nothing that you got going. You've been buying your team for the last 2, 3, 4.
Madden's.
You just gonna buy another player.
Hey, I draft a lot of my niggas, man.
Since when?
What do you mean since when? Since in last year's matter, remember
that was last year. We talking about this year.
Since when? But I'm telling you since when. Since when.
Because I know it hasn't been this year.
It has
ain't been for a minute.
I've drafted niggas, bruh.
Bruh, and no.
I haven't drafted a whole bunch of them.
No.
The majority of my guys
everybody has draft picks.
But I'm saying the majority of my guys have come via trade. I'm not gonna lie. But I have drafted some guys.
That's fine.
That are key contributors.
Eventually, you're going to have to draft. You can't trade all of them.
Yeah, blow up your team. All right, we can roll.
Oh, it's on you.
Oh, it is on me. This is the place where sports beans collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, we got Sean J.
What's the word, man? What's happening?
Nikki Duce.
What's happening?
FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
And you talking about they cancel opening day. And man, appreciate all of you guys, man, showing up, man. The numbers, man, you guys are loving this 365, man. The numbers were crazy. From January to February. That's actually really, really, really dope, man. And I'm already thinking about how to just continue to ramp it up and make it even better for you guys. Also this month, because this is March 1st. Mardi Gras. We were talking before that Mardi Gras kicked off today.
Yep.
Yeah. So
where's Zion at? You think he's somewhere on Fat Tuesday?
Probably trying to take down that float.
Hey, I heard he was pissed about it.
He is the float.
Yeah.
Y'all get out my boy, man. I'm sorry, Zion.
Who you sorry?
I'm about to say that's what's the name? Griffin?
Yeah,
he
David
pissed.
Griffin. But yeah, but this month I definitely want to try to do the members only What do we call it?
Call-in show.
Yeah, call-in show. Call-in show. I actually want to bring some of you guys, one of you guys on. Moving forward, I think there's a way we could do it. I got to talk to Kevin via Discord. So, but once I get that worked out, one way or the other, we're gonna do it this month. I'm tired of talking about it. We're gonna roll it out. We're gonna see how it go, and then we'll work out the details as we move forward. But yeah, man, we here, man. We here because y'all, and we like talking sports. Probably the best black live show on YouTube talking about sports, man.
It's the best we the best late night sports show.
Man.
Period.
We are, man. So make sure you guys tell everybody. All right. So anyway, let's get into it, man.
Obviously this is gonna probably be more basketball than anything as far as this episode, but I want to start with just one NFL topic. I feel like it's the only thing that's really been talked about lately, and that's dealing with Kyler Murray. And
what's going on with Kyler now?
You ain't see that statement that his agents or his team posted?
Nah.
Yeah, to the Cardinals. Yeah. Basically, they was basically asking for a lot of money for this extension. They were saying like Kyler's been like he's been evolving with the team every year, has gotten better, and now they feel like, all right, we're ready for that check when this extension talks come up. Which is weird because of all the shit that Kyler's been doing up until this point. It don't really make sense that he is now talking for an extension when he deleted all the Cardinal shit from all his social media.
Yeah.
So my question, y'all, is like, which side looks crazier? Is it the Cardinals front office or is it Kyler Murray's team?
Kyler look crazy as hell. How the hell are you gonna get pissed at the team, storm out, and then come back and be like, "Baby, I'm sorry. Can I get more money?" That's basically what he did.
Yeah.
Like, you deleted everything, basically burnt all your girls' pictures and shit like that, tossed all that shit to the side like she don't mean anything. Then now you want to go ask for money. He looks crazy, man. How are you gonna do all that shit? That shit makes absolutely no sense. Like, if he didn't do that, he probably would have had a good ground to stand on in terms of asking for more money, because I think it's been validated. His play has validated that at least half of his play, half of the season. Yeah. But nah, man, he looks wild, if you ask me.
What you showing?
Yeah, man, it saddens me because my two favorite players are both having the same problems. Ben Simmons was one of my favorite players, of course. We see what he's doing there. And this is quite similar. You know what I'm saying? You struggling and then you're gonna come out and blame the team. I'm not really with that. And then I looked at it like, okay, maybe this is a ploy, because I'm wondering how much of this was discussed behind the scenes. Because this is an internal matter. I don't need you putting that out there to the fans, because that's what he did. The letter is basically saying, I want to be y'all's quarterback, but they got to make a commitment to me. You know what I'm saying?
Let me look at this letter.
So he kind of put the team on Front Street, and I don't know if it was a power move, because he said, I want to be here long term, but I want them to make the commitment. It's up to them.
Which is weird.
It's up to him.
Well, hold on. I don't know if you got your thoughts on it, but it's just weird that he's doing this when, after everything they've already done I would think like when a team drafts a quarterback in the first round the previous year before you're drafted, not only do they kick that motherfucker to the curb, but they draft you number 1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, we want you. And we did all these. They made a lot of pretty good GM moves to get Hopkins, AJ Green, to get John Connor. Like, they all had good seasons, or at least a season. And I'm thinking, like, where is this coming from? I don't know. People, you got any insight on that?
Nah, I don't know where it's coming from, where it's stemming from. Mainly because I agree with Ken, where Kyler looks crazy as hell. Kyler looks very emotional right now, where maybe something was said, something was done. I feel the type of way, F all y'all. I'm delete all this stuff. And then now it's like, where do you go? Because you really don't have leverage. You're coming off of a rookie deal in the NFL, number 1 overall draft pick. You know what I'm saying? And I think what's fair, right, from a team standpoint, is you start off hot, then you're mediocre at best, right? Every season, all 3 seasons. Now you are getting better, but is it sustainable, right? Think about this. Since he's been drafted, the LA Rams have won a championship, and they've never won the division. They haven't won a playoff game.
Shit, the 49ers went to a Super Bowl.
49ers went to a Super Bowl. in the time since he's been drafted. So if you want this type of extension, if you see yourself as one of those guys in the NFL, you got to start winning because everybody wins in the regular season, and you haven't even given us a division.
The only thing that he really has to stand on is the fact that they have improved every year. Every year since he's been the starting quarterback, their record
That's
is,
okay.
they went from 3 wins to 11.
Joe Burrow went to the damn Super Bowl with no O-line.
And I'm with you on that, but
Mhm.
that's just it's just two different places. I'd be like, that's Joe. I'm me. I'm better than what you had here. You ain't got a Joe.
That's the leverage I see.
Yeah.
I don't see you when you compare yourselves to others. That's where Kyler Murray looks small. No pun intended. But when you compare yourself to what else you got in that cupboard?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if it ain't me, then who? You can't call Josh Rosen. You already sitting that motherfucker like
Right.
out packing. Like who else you got that's gonna carry this franchise? And like, oh yeah, you made all these moves for a reason. So it's not like you gonna let all these motherfucking contracts go up and just rebuild again.
Hey, but just like you started this thing off and you said that we drafted somebody and then we drafted you, go draft somebody else.
It's not that simple.
I'm not saying it's that. I'm not saying it's that simple, and I'm not saying that you're going to be able to replace what Kyler Murray gives you because 100% he's brought them from the act. Like think about the last good quarterback that Jake the Snake Plummer was that the last good
Jake Plummer.
quarterback that they had there?
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner. Okay, but Kurt was
That was
okay.
over 10. That was over 10 years ago though.
It was already 10 years ago, and Kurt was obviously at the end of his run, and he got them to Super Bowl too. So I'm the one to disrespect Kurt Warner. But okay, before Kurt Warner was it Jake the Snake? So we're talking about gaps. It is what it is. We've been there before, Peace. We drafted you after we drafted a quarterback.
And that's drafting high too.
And it's drafting high.
yeah.
So to me, the thing is, look, I think both sides have leverage. And I think that if the team doesn't want to give them all of the money, I think they're justified. And I think that if Kyler wants all of the money, to a degree, he's justified because he brought him to relevancy. But we shall see how this plays out because I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
I don't understand the friction.
I don't understand the friction.
It's early though. That's the biggest thing I saw when looking at it. Like those other guys did the same thing. They got their money. Dak got his money. Who else got their money? A couple of those quarterbacks got paid. Josh Allen got paid. Those guys got paid around the same time. But it's early in the off season. It's too early to be trying to deal with that now. This is like a June, July type situation that they should be looking at stuff like this. But
But going into this before, I guess, before that playoff game or during that playoff game, granted they lost badly. I never questioned like, oh, the Cardinals are still committed to Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? Like I never questioned that their relationship was bad until after that playoff game. I'm like, wait, they thought he was immature. They thought he's not a leader. Then you hear all this other shit. But I'm like, when you are losing, which is a weird thing because they're not really losing because they lost in the playoffs. So you have to win enough games to get there. But when you are losing, you hear a lot of shit.
right.
And it's just like, okay, that's why I was asking who looks crazy, the front office or them, because it's like, yeah, the front office can say what FIFO said. We can just draft somebody else. But it's like, at what point is that just being petty and not being smart?
Well, the front office, they were also defending themselves from Kyler when he deleted all this stuff out, and then he started putting stuff out himself. So, well, he deleted all this stuff, and then they started putting stuff out to basically get ahead of whatever shit he was gonna pull. And obviously we're here. You know, if I was them, if I was the owner of the team, first thing I'll tell the agent to do, you need to take off them goddamn caps only. You know, he wrote that shit in all caps.
All caps on some Kanye shit?
Bro, the whole motherfucking letter is in all caps. I need you to send me a letter without all caps. That's the first thing. Hey man, don't do that shit. That shit's tough to read. I feel like you yelling at me. So, but yeah, now people are saying it's the agent, and somebody gave this to Adam Schefter, and the letter read weird. Like, we want you to pay us. We're also going to give you some financial leeway to sign other players and stuff like that. But then somebody in the chat said he won $43 million.
That's around.
Isn't that what Dak getting paid?
Dak getting paid.
That's
Nah,
what he want.
Dak was struggling to get 40, which is like now the floor.
Oh yeah, so that's about
so
right.
like 43 is like
that's the right.
Most people would say that Kyler's better than Dak. Like I don't know what y'all would say.
They're on par.
Either way, whoever set the bar goes higher.
Yeah, so that's the market rate. You know what?
That's why Rodgers asking for 50, or the rumors that he's asking for 50.
So honestly, I think that while this whole shit looks crazy and is a goddamn mess, That's actually not that bad of a price.
It's not that bad of a
if
price.
it is what it is. Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to compete in the West. Because not like
Mhm.
FIFO said, you got Stafford. You got two teams who in the last 3 years have been to the Super Bowl in your own division.
Damn. Yeah.
Like, you got to compete.
Niners and Rams. Well, Stafford, the Rams probably only got one more good year in them.
I would say the same thing with the Niners.
Well, they should be ascended with Trey Lance. Top 3 arm in the league.
Let's move on.
We got a super chat.
Read the super chat.
A super chat on that one. Hey, appreciate the super chat, love, man. If y'all got something, hit us with it. We appreciate it. Tavares6, what up, Tavares? Tavares said, Kyler only played 3 seasons, which makes him look crazier. He's trying to force a contract early.
He should wait because he can get more money.
Well, I think they were also saying like the injury concerns.
Yeah,
He's a smaller guy, and also it's like you want to get your first big. You want to get
your money fast.
When it's your first chance at the bite out, you're gonna take a big bite.
Because he only getting like $5 million next year. He's being paid $5 million next year. So you're trying to accelerate.
Big ass payday.
Yeah, you're trying to accelerate
Damn.
that. You're trying to get paid. It's hard to live off $5 million. So, man, hey, bro, I understand, bro. So, Josh Bros with the super chat. What up, Josh? Josh said, rank these under 25 players. Oh, he on basketball. We that's fine. Luka, Trey, Tatum, and Ja.
He was moving on to basketball anyways, and this actually goes to my question. So what was the question?
Luka, Trey.
Rank these under 25 players. Luka, Trey, Tatum, and Ja.
Well, Luka last.
Trey's last for me.
No, I was gonna say Tatum's last.
Yeah,
Tatum.
Yeah.
Tatum could be last.
Tatum is 4. I got Trey 3, Luka 2, Ja 1.
I'm with you. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I'm with that. Tatum last, Ja 1, Luka 2, Trey 3, Tatum 4.
Ja, Trey, Tatum, Luka.
You know how
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
y'all gonna see Luka. Y'all about to see the real Luka.
Luka hit it. Somebody mentioned this. I don't know who it was, but somebody mentioned that Luka has a ceiling early.
It was like last year and the year
and
before.
I'm like, I think he's hit that. I think you're not gonna see anything better than what you're seeing now.
But that's Hall of Fame worthy if he keeps this up.
Oh no, 100%.
But
But I said that from the beginning though.
Yeah.
I said that about Luka from the beginning. Where is he going to be amazing? Yes. Has he shown up big in playoff moments? Yes. The team around him isn't good enough to win. However, he is good. But what else can he do better outside of being more efficient?
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
Shooting percentage, less turnovers. But outside of that, what else he gonna do?
I mean, you mentioned a handful of things right there, my guy. Like, so,
but
that's
those
a
are
better player overall.
but those are things that everybody
because
tries
he's
to
not
get better
100%.
over time.
Yeah, that's just saying.
How long do we got to wait?
He's already good. He's
He
already top
good at
15.
He good at all that. It's just he's saying he's not perfect.
Yeah, he's just not perfect.
No, I'm not saying you don't have to be. I mean, shit. Can he get out the first round? We've seen at least a lot of superstars get out the first round. Shit, Melo got out the first
that's
round.
still-
That's tough when you by yourself.
Yeah, that's a team.
By
though.
yourself, they be having like
that's-
the most high.
no.
They be having like the
No,
number
that's
one
a team
efficient
goal.
offense and
Hey,
shit.
your
That's
boy
a team goal.
your boy Carmelo had dudes on that squad, bro.
Oh, my
Which
bad, Q.
ones? You talking about
we
the Knicks or
talking about
Denver?
Denver. That Denver squad had Chauncey, Kenyon.
Not his rookie year.
What do you mean? Not his? They didn't have guys.
My bad, Q.
What happened? You didn't put them on.
No, I forgot. Hold on. I didn't set it up.
Hey, man,
Nonetheless, I'm just thinking like, bro, Lucas should have got out the first round.
Oh, I see the Q. Hello.
Hold on. Let me see. Hopefully it's not too late. Let me see what I do.
But yeah, 20. If he gonna be 25-7 and 8 for his whole career, that's pretty damn good.
I don't know how long he can keep that up, but I think for where he's at right now, I mean, obviously he's a franchise player, but he's not enough of a franchise player to get you over the hump. He's not someone I would consider
What would you want him to improve upon to be that guy for you?
I think for me, it's more about being making smarter decisions. So and that goes with like shot selection and also turnovers. Like when he's distributing the ball, because obviously he could do it all. Shot selection, I feel like once he feels hot, he just gonna keep going, because he is the best player, but that doesn't mean you need to take every shot. So for me, it's just more about him making smarter decisions and not playing so sporadic and just like showmanship.
But that's his game, though. That's like saying J Kid don't throw a no look pass. Like that's the flair that
You can
make
throw a
Luka.
no look pass, but it got to be. When are you throwing that? Because we seen when Steph Curry tried to do a behind the back pass in a championship game and it went out of bounds. It's like, was that the smart play?
But the thing though, Nick, is like you can't pick and choose when a player does that because it's part of that player. Now, is this player special enough that they can get away with it? You just said Steph Curry, and I'm talking about Luka. Yes, they're special enough where you live with that because if you try to corral them or coach that out of them, then you're changing who they are at their core. Can't do that. You got to live with certain things from your best players. That's like saying, J Kid, fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go, don't throw a no-look pass. Don't throw a behind-the-back pass. Don't throw an off-the-backboard alley-oop. No, if you see it, the elite players, you never, as a coach, you never want them to second guess what they saw. If it's a mess up, it's a mess up, we get it back. But those guys, the guys that I know is handling the ball like that, making my plays, nah, bro. If you see it, if it's a turnover, it is what it is. Now, if you have 6 turnovers today, hey, reel that shit back.
But that's what I'm saying. That's decision making, like based off the game.
But Nick, again, 1 to 3 turnovers in the game, 4 turnovers, that's 1 per quarter. That's fine. You can live with that.
Yeah.
If we're talking 7, 8 turnovers this game, hey, bro, no more.
Right.
It's that now. Again, like. You gotta coach by game basis. If your player's struggling like that, get the ball out of his hand, run some plays to get the ball back to him without him having to create. So again, that falls partly on the coach as well. But at the end of the day, Nick, as a former coach, right? Like my best players, I will never coach them to not be who they are. You gotta live with Luka turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You just do.
Well, then that's the case. Then yeah, you ain't getting to the second round.
No, you will get
really say.
the
Nah, 'cause, like,
talent ain't there. The talent's not there. Nick.
They went to a game 7 against the Clippers, and we all know
I
what game
understand
7.
that.
What does game 7 mean?
But what did he do
No,
in
I'm
that
asking,
game?
what does game 7 mean?
It means put up or shut up.
It means that anybody can win.
Yes. But if that
Okay, wait, hold on,
what was
Shelton.
his numbers in that game?
Hold on, Shelton. You said the Clippers. The Clippers. Who are their 2 best players?
Who, the Clippers?
Yeah. Who are their 2 best players?
Kawhi and
Paul George.
Who's the Dallas 2 best players?
It's KP. Well, at the time it was KP and Luka.
Okay. The drop off from 1 to the second best player is immense.
But it went to game 7, bro.
But it's immense.
I'm saying
because
it
Luka
went
is
to
that
game
great,
7
he could
because of
force a
him.
game 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was because of him, that means his team is good enough to go up 7 games.
Didn't he score?
With his
Didn't he
team.
score 45 points and had
Something
double
like
figures
that?
in assists?
Something like that. Did he win? Could he
But
get a
that's
win?
not his
Could
fault that they lost.
Could he get a win? I'm saying,
But
could he
that's
get a-
not his fault that they
Yeah,
lost.
if I score 45 points, I've done my part.
Can he get a win at home? That's what we were asking. I've been asking that
Nick,
for a minute.
That's
if
not
he was playing one-on-one,
Luka's
he would.
fault. That's not Luka's fault.
I'm not. All I'm saying is, for as great as he is, he hasn't done some of the simplest things.
No, you know. Okay, see, this is where me and you we part our ways.
All right.
Because you're talking about simple. He did the extraordinary. 40 plus points in a closeout game
Yes.
from the best player on that team. What else is the expectation?
He showed up. You just want him to show up. And he showed up.
See, because James Harden losing in game 7 and Luka losing in game 7, 2 different things. James Harden go 2 for 30, 7 for 30, whatever the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
He came up small. Luka did not shrink. Luka did not shrink. Unless that player shrinks in the biggest moment, don't come to me talking about it's his fault.
Right.
All I'm saying is, I didn't say it was all his fault. I was saying what he's doing ain't enough to get him to the second round.
What he's doing it is. What that organization is doing to help that, they're not doing
enough. They did a lot. They
haven't done shit, Nick.
They traded for KP.
No, they haven't done shit.
They had
Seth.
They had a Seth. They had a Curry brother who was.
So what's that?
They got Tim Hardaway Jr.
Seth is a tradable asset. Obviously,
Yeah.
He's not a cornerstone. Who's the second cornerstone of that franchise, bro? Because you don't trade cornerstones the way that they just traded KP. What the hell they get in return for KP? That's not no cornerstone.
At the time, it was a blockbuster trade. At the
not
time.
a cornerstone.
Was it not?
What?
When they got KP.
KP forced his way out of New York.
But that's not a block. Was that not?
It was
No.
an asterisk buy because we kind of felt like he wouldn't stay healthy.
Exactly.
No.
He got hurt.
At the time, people were raving about that trade. I didn't give a fuck.
I
Right,
liked
there
it.
you go.
That's because he leaving the Knicks. Of course, I was biased, so I didn't care about that point. But my thing was more of
But once he got there, we saw what it was. It wasn't enough.
Right.
Was not enough. Regardless, bottom line, the second best player for the Dallas Mavericks is not good enough
you
to
can't say-
consistently win playoff series.
you can't say
Yeah,
the
he didn't
franchise
show
didn't
up.
try though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Look, the franchise, the Clippers franchise tried when they got CP and they had DeAndre and they had Blake and they couldn't get over the hump. They went and got JJ. They couldn't get over the hump. Why? Because they didn't have the 6'9", 6'10" guy to go guard KD and the likes of those type of guys. They tried, not good enough. The Portland Trail Blazers, they tried, not good enough. So what happens now? What's the consequence of that? CJ McCollum, you out of here. Nurkic, pretty soon you're gonna be out of here.
Right.
They're gonna retool that thing before they say, "Hey, you know what, Dame, you out of here too," because the second best player not good enough, Nick. So
I'm
it
not
was Dame's
disagreeing-
fault that they lost them game. So what else could have Dame done against Denver
Nothing.
to win that?
Absolutely nothing.
Dame is different
How is
What's
Dame
the
different?
difference?
because Dame has got out of the first round. That's all I was. I said the whole crux of my argument was like,
Let me ask you
for
this.
as great as
Let me ask
Luka
you this.
is,
Let me
for as
ask
great
you
as
this.
Luka is, he ain't done the
Let me
simple
ask you
stage.
this.
That's
Let me
all,
ask
did
you
I
this.
say that? I was
Let me
Dame
ask you
at
this.
least got you out of the first round. Melo got you out of the
Is
first round.
CJ McCollum better than Kristaps Porzingis today?
Today, yes.
In
100%.
general,
New Orleans about to be in the play.
So with that being said, the reason why Portland got out of that second round because the second best player was better than KP.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's the only reason.
That's the no.
it.
That's the
Well,
main
see,
thing.
and
That's not the only thing.
in
That's
that
the
one
main
year,
thing.
Didn't KP get hurt when they
Yep.
were they
In
would
that
have won that
series.
series?
In that series.
And they would have definitely he would have been out the first round of that series if KP hadn't got hurt.
So you saying that KP would have won him that series? If
No,
he didn't get hurt?
KP wouldn't have won him. KP.
I mean, his presence would have helped win
his
that
presence
series.
would have helped win that
Yeah,
series.
yeah, okay.
That's it.
So then it wasn't.
But,
It
but
wasn't he
Luka
wasn't
carried
above
him.
there.
Luka carried him.
Oh, okay, all right. Y'all be
Josh Bros said, Nick, you weren't saying this about Booker before CP3.
saying what?
What'd you say about Booker?
I don't know.
He was saying Booker was not that nice.
Okay. Dragon Knight 49. What's happening, Dragon Knight? Dragon Knight said, more likely to happen. Lakers get past first round or Ja MVP. Ja getting MVP.
Oh, Lakers getting out of the first round, of course.
No, because
If Joel Embiid stays healthy, he's winning MVP.
Right, but
what's more likely? Because you're talking about the Lakers are going to either have to play the Phoenix Suns or the Golden State Warriors. They're not beating either one of them.
If they face the Golden State Warriors, they getting out the first.
They not beating no Golden
They
State. They not beating no damn Golden State.
Full beam,
And
bro.
then you just said if he stays healthy. So
Yeah, that's a big if.
staying healthy is
This
a big if.
This whole question is an if.
I'm with you. That's a big if. So Ja still has a better chance of winning MVP.
No. I
than
don't
the
think
Lakers
so.
getting out
I
the
don't
first
think
round.
so.
I do.
I think
You
Joel
think the
Embiid.
Lakers
I
can
think
win?
if Joel Embiid is the front runner.
You think Lakers can beat either one of those teams 4 times?
if Ja Morant was the front runner, I agree with you.
Look,
but he's
Joel
not.
Embiid's the front runner, but the Lakers ain't winning a damn thing.
Right, and if Ja stay on this pace,
They still can get into play in, and when the play in, you get into the first round.
They not beating one of the top two seeds in the West, bro.
they can get the first. They can win.
Hey,
the play-in.
I put bread behind that.
If they face Golden State Warriors, I'm putting bread behind.
Okay,
the
we
Lakers.
can bet
bet
that.
money.
bread
I'm,
around.
We
I'm
can
taking
bet
that bet.
All right, but I bet that,
100
bro.
bones.
All right, nigga, we could go too.
Hey, I'll go $150.
Okay, we split the difference.
What's up, Adrian Wells? I don't know if you had a question or not, but I see where you agreeing. But
Actually, I go 200 because of Melo. He'll get me there.
Mars is too far. What's up, Mars is too far? Mars said, should the Pelicans have taken Ja over Zion in the draft?
No,
Absolutely not.
At the time, no.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020. But Mars, absolutely not. At the time, you can't take what Zion was supposed to be and what he still may be over what Ja has proven to be. He is, because we didn't know Ja was going to do this. Can't nobody say that. You thought he would be. You didn't know he's going to do that.
He was
now.
the second overall pick, so it's not like it was out of realm.
But this,
yes, I felt it.
We knew he was nice.
No, I
We
felt
all knew
it.
he was nice, but
Look,
not this.
Yeah, no,
Not-
I
not
felt
this
it.
quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
quickly.
about. Dwayne Wade mixed with.
What do I always say? What's the time frame? 3 to 5.
How
What
long
year
has
is he
it
in? Year 3.
It's still
But he was balling last year too, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't balling like this.
Yeah, not like this.
Okay,
Yeah, he out of
but
control right
again,
now.
look, man. See, y'all, look, man. This is why I love doing what I does because y'all
All right,
motherfuckers
here go
proving me right.
FIFO,
Y'all niggas just proving me
rant
right.
moment.
What?
Go ahead.
No, y'all are just proving me right. Like I always say,
I ain't gonna
young
lie, FIFO,
players,
though.
you got to give them 3 to 5.
But FIFO, you've been wrong on a lot of these young players more
Hey,
than you've been right.
that's all I'm
You
saying.
know, I mean,
I'm not
the
saying
stats
I'm
sound-
100% right.
When he right, let him have his moment.
I'm not saying I'm
a
100%
broke clock
right.
is right twice
When
a
he
day.
right, I let him have his moment
I'm
when he
not-
right, because we gonna chop that damn tree down
Hey,
when he wrong.
All I'm saying, look, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when
You don't
I'm
bring it
wrong.
up a lot.
But
Yeah.
the only thing I be asking is to give
Yeah.
these youngins 3 to 5
You
in
said
the first 2 years.
You did say Bowl and Ja, so you got one of the two.
Hey, look, if you betting and you win 50% of the time, goddamn it, you doing something right.
It ain't like it's always 50 though. It's just those two examples.
Yeah.
Hey, I definitely think I'm more right than I'm wrong. Hey, we them boys. All I know, man. Look, any financial advisor, any stock person, they not right 100% of the time, bro. I'm just saying, all of these draft gurus, nobody be right 100% of the time, man.
Mr. Ant-Man said, Nick said Seth Curry and Hardaway Jr. That's like doing that's doing something.
They
Laugh
were
my
they
ass
were
off.
rated the #1 offense in NBA history type shit. And they talking about some that's not doing something. Steph Curry out here balling with Kyrie Irving, bringing life back to the Brooklyn Nets. They act like these niggas ain't.
Oh, he's gotten better. And
Luka
he's
put
finally
up
getting his
numbers,
shot.
but man,
He's
y'all
a tradable. Look,
be hyping Luka.
Seth
bro.
Curry is a tradable asset.
I'm not saying he's a superstar. I'm just saying he is a piece. He means something. He means something to a team.
Oh, he does.
Having him on your team means
does.
like
So-
it helps you
does.
sleep easier.
But at the end of the day, he's an NBA journeyman. He's been on 5+ teams already.
He means
Already.
something. He's a valuable piece. I agree with you on that. But what FIFO is trying to say to you is you need something right behind Luka. You need a B play, a Robin to that Batman that's going to lead that
Seth
team.
Curry
to
was
victory.
helping Philly win
Seth
those
Curry
games
was not
in the
Robin.
playoffs
He's not
last year.
Robin.
He's not Robin.
This man not
I
even
didn't ask-
Alfred,
I'm
bro.
not saying he's
He
a
not
Robin.
even Alfred.
I'm not saying
Hey,
he's-
Nick Sheldon, FIFO. Isn't there a new Batman movie about to come out? Is Robin in that movie?
Nope.
Robin ain't in that movie. When was the last time Robin been in a Batman movie? When they had a Robin in a Batman movie, I don't think it did very well. You don't always need a Robin, bro. What up, Q?
So tell me how many Batmans by themselves have won a championship.
That's what I was wondering. I'm trying to.
I know a Batman that won an Oscar.
So that's an all-star appearance.
It
Okay.
ain't no Robin in it.
All right, that's an all-star appearance.
I'm just asking you out of the first round. Y'all making me yell
I'm
at
just
Steph.
We're talking about a man that blew a 3-1 lead, by the way.
His team did. Yeah, they did.
His
Hey,
team.
Mars is too far. Mars is too far said, how far do the Sixers go in the playoffs? Q,
Ooh,
answer that question.
That
Q.
leads up to yeah. I got a couple questions. Go ahead, Q. Start it off. Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Oh, they can't hear Q.
Hold up, Q.
Can y'all hear Q?
Hold up, Q. They can't hear you, bro.
Can y'all hear Q?
No, they can't hear Q. We can hear Q. They said no audio. I got you.
Mike C. Gap. I wrote a song last night called Checkmate. That's fate right there. He put it in the chat. Appreciate that, Mike C. Gap. That means we're gonna get this song placed.
Try it again, my brother.
1, 2, 3. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah. Screen last man. The phone can't do that. But we should be good now.
Q sound what?
He was low, but they were hearing it from the TV.
Now can y'all hear Q?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they got levels right there. Yep. Hey, man, anybody from Ukraine or Russia watching us right now?
Man, y'all gotta relax.
Or just
They said that they can't hear me still, man. They said I'm at like 1% volume.
yeah, you good now. It took a minute.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
We good. All right, cool. The question was, how far do the Sixers go in the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
Anything besides Eastern Conference Finals is a complete and utter failure. I think that's my floor right now. If we get into a 7-game series, depending on what it is, I'm happy because really for everybody who talks about James Harden doesn't show up, and James Harden, I don't give a fuck. Ben Simmons averaging like 11 points in the playoffs. All he got to do is be better than that. And it then came down to multiple 2-3 possessions with the guy who is in the dunker spot like Ben Simmons and can't draw the double team away from Joel Embiid to let him operate because Ben refuses to shoot. So now as you have a guy like James Harden, all he has to do is be better than 11 points per game. Go back and watch that Toronto series. Ben was a huge problem there. He played great defense on Kawhi, but in terms of him being an offensive plus, he was terrible. Go back to the Boston series the year before that when he scored the 1 point in the Boston series when we had JJ Redick and Ersan Ilyasova and whatnot. I think that if James Harden can just be better than 11 points per game, we should be in good shape to have a finals berth. But Eastern Conference Finals is my floor right now.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
We had somebody from Russia watching. Shout out to whoever that was in the chat. Okay. I had to catch myself.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was sitting here waiting.
I thought he was gonna have a fire take. This man just had to remember the question.
I ain't dropping no bombs tonight, man.
All right, you can't go from Ukraine to talk about that. You foul.
See, that's what, bro. I was just waiting, bro. I was just waiting.
Oh man.
Yeah. I can't even. I'm not even trying to pronounce your name. Asak. I don't even know what the hell it is. But yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that earlier. But yeah. So what was the question?
How far can Philly go?
I'm kind of with Q on this one, man. Harden out there putting up triple dubs and shit like that. Stealing damn rebounds from Embiid. Embiid had to finish with 9 rebounds. So yeah, I think finals, man. The Bucks are gonna be tough to get by, but they just beat the Bucks, right?
Yeah, they did.
I think so.
They just beat the Bucks. So you know,
that wasn't with Harden though. I think that was.
He was. He
was.
played, didn't he?
I think he only played 2 games with them, Minnesota and the Knicks.
His debut was against Minnesota. I don't think he played against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
So
I
we
thought
have to
he
see
did.
that again.
Of course, he was listening when he was in Russia.
He beat their ass without James Harden. So I mean,
I see.
You hear Q talking about that shit, boy.
Gotcha.
Aziz
Davidovich. I watch a lot of those channels over there.
Answering the question, I want to say we talked about it either on a 365 video or something like that, or maybe it was on an actual show where I said that I feel that I don't know if it was I would say Chicago can go far, but they don't have a Giannis stopper. And when I reevaluate this Philly team post James Harden trade, they should win the East. Outside of Brooklyn, I think the top 3 in the East, and no disrespect to Miami because I think Miami is definitely formidable, but it's Brooklyn, and I know that their big 3 have not played yet, but I'm telling you, the same way I felt that I was right about the Harden, Joel Embiid chemistry, just because it's just natural as basketball players. You're a big man with hella skill. I'm a guard with playmaking and scoring. It's gonna work. Ben Simmons is gonna work with 2 scorers. Like it's gonna work. There's not gonna be we gotta figure this out. No. Ben wants to pass first. Those 2 guys want to score, right? So I think that Brooklyn, Philly, and Milwaukee are the top 3 teams, and I think Philly should make it to the finals because when you're looking at that roster, they have offense and defense. I think key pieces that they did not lose in the trade was Maxey. You know what I'm saying? Maxey can play on ball, off ball, with or without Harden. You look at Thibault. I've been singing Thibault's praises, but that's gonna be the main guy on Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Then you got bodies like Tobias that you could throw at Giannis. Joel Embiid is gonna take Giannis every now and again. So I like what Philly has, and I just feel that, to Q's point, James Harden gets anywhere near his averages, I don't know how you guard it because you gotta double team Joel. Like there's no big man in the East that you could just say, oh yeah, 1-on-1, go ahead, like you good. No, you're gonna have to double team Joel. So if you double team Joel and Harden is another person you have to double. When he gets it going, You can't just guard that man single coverage. So to me, those two guys can get it going in the playoffs. I don't see how you beat them. I don't see it.
So you got him going to the finals as your floor? Or
Yes.
As your floor?
Eastern Conference Finals as my floor, but definitely I think they're going to make the finals.
But you, Sheldon.
They will go as far as Harden's hamstring.
We
will
didn't
allow
ask
them
all
to
that.
go.
We asked how far they gonna go.
That's it. But that's my answer.
You gotta give me a
Oh,
stage.
the question is how far they will go.
Or how far you think they can go.
Or how far
That's
you
the
think
that's the question. How far they go in the playoffs? It just depends.
Give me a round. Give me a round.
They can make the finals, but I can't say because I don't know if he's gonna hold up. That's my point.
He's healthy now.
He's injured
Joel
every
Embiid's healthy
year.
now. I'm just saying, what do you think?
If he's healthy, they will make. I think they'll. It's gonna be tough though because people are sleeping on the Heat. That's one of the questions that's coming up.
Yeah,
People are definitely sleeping on the Heat.
I ain't worried about the Heat, but go ahead.
A lot of people
They tough,
aren't, and
man.
that's the best
They
thing.
tough.
That's the best thing for the Heat to have to go through.
Again. Y'all go again.
Always going for the Heat.
They tough. I don't. They're
I
not the
don't-
favorite,
I
but
ain't
they're a
going for 'em.
contender. Would you say they're not a contender? The
No.
Miami Heat are not a contender.
They're
No,
not a contender.
Oh, that's
absolutely not.
that's being
contender.
disrespectful.
No.
I think Philly's more a contender than Miami.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I give you that, but Miami's a contender though.
Your answer?
They can make the finals. I think it depends on the matchups, but I think that they'll lose. What's round before the finals? Whatever that is,
Conference.
They'll lose that round. The round before the Eastern Conference Finals.
So second round.
So what they always been
second
losing.
round. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make the finals. I just don't think so.
Yeah, I was saying that I agree that if they don't make the finals, it is a failure. You don't.
Eastern Conference.
So
Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals or the final NBA Finals?
I don't know what Q said, but I'm saying the finals.
So Q say Eastern Conference
Eastern
Finals.
Conference.
Nah, they got to get to the finals, man.
I'm going with Q. I'll say Eastern Conference Finals. That's my because they never get on the second round ever since the whole process has started. So like if this is the best this is the last good graces of that process. Like if you can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals within this 2 years, because then James Harden's contract gets all crazy after that, I think.
Oh, he's going to sign an extension. So he was supposed to opt in, but he waited and couldn't opt in for whatever reason. So they're going to have to do an extension that
But like next year, he can get paid like close to $50 million. Like, so that's why I'm saying his contract gets crazy after that. So
That's what
within
you pay
within
superstars.
these 2 years, if you can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals within these 2 years, then yeah, this says a lot. This says a lot about everybody. I'm talking about Daryl Morey, Doc Rivers, James Harden, Joel Embiid. This says something about everybody.
But again, I think the context is what does it look like, right? Because to me,
I'm just saying get there.
I feel you, but again, that Kawhi Leonard shot in Toronto.
But that was Game 7, though, right?
I know, but I'm saying, but Ben, Joel, like they did what they came to do, and they came to a fucking lucky bounce.
To beat him, man, you got to beat him.
I understand
And the Raptors ended up winning the title, so they was the man that year.
But to me, in my opinion, like when you lose like that, there's not much more you could have done to win the game.
But if your history of the last 3, 4, 5 seasons have been we can't get out of the second round, and you can't do that this year, it's like, all right, that says more about you than the situation.
Yeah.
Because that means you've had multiple chances at the apple and you just can't get over it.
This year they're in the middle of the series, so I mean they made a trade in the middle of the year. I still just don't think they're gonna get over the hump. I just don't think they have enough. I don't think that they're gonna get over. I didn't answer that question clearly. They will not make it out of the second round.
You don't think they'll make it out of the second round?
No.
That's surprising.
Oh, so you changing your answer?
No, that's what I said.
Okay.
I just didn't say it clearly. I was
Okay.
saying I don't think they're gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
I forgot what round it was before that, but it's the second round that I don't think they're gonna get past. I don't think so. I think that there's a few teams that have if they face a Brooklyn team, they're not gonna beat Brooklyn. If they face Milwaukee, I don't think they can beat Milwaukee. Chicago is tough. We forget about Chicago.
Chicago ain't shit.
And we
He's
forget
mad because New York.
I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it a full beat. Just like you said, Miami ain't a contender.
Chicago contender, and honestly, DeMar DeRozan's MVP candidate.
He
Should
is
be top 3,
but he ain't gonna win it.
No, I don't think he's gonna win.
You know what? It really all boils down to health at the end of the day. Because if KD can stay healthy, depends on what Kyrie gonna do.
KD's supposed to come back this week.
Yeah,
Or
we
next
know what
week?
Kyrie gonna do. Like, let's not put a question
We know
mark
what
on
KD gonna
Kyrie, the
do.
basketball player.
Oh no, we ain't question about it. We question the Kyrie to mind. Is he gonna feel like he don't want
When
to
he
play?
on the court, I
No,
trust Kyrie.
Yeah. If we talking basketball,
But did you hear the first part you saying? See, I trust him playing basketball, but is he gonna play basketball?
He gonna play.
I
New
think he
York,
is.
New York is reducing their mandates, bro. He gonna be on
But
that
it's
court
not
more.
for private sector, so it's still not applying to him.
but they're gonna let him play.
They gonna let him play. That's the whole point.
Is he playing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's playing
they
now?
beat Milwaukee.
No, I'm saying he's playing now. He's playing every day now.
well, once
I'm not
because
sure
I don't
about
think
that.
New York has reduced the mandate, but once they do, Brooklyn's gonna allow.
They're gonna
him
do it
to
by
play.
the time the playoffs start. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when it happens, Kyrie will be available to play. Kyrie on the basketball court, I fully trust. The question mark, to a degree, even though I feel confident in him, is going to be Ben. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if Philly was the crux of your whole mental situation, you're out of there now. Why is it going to take several weeks from the time that you're traded to play your first game?
He light skinned, bro. You know,
Well, now
Hey,
now
man,
he's
what you
take him
trying
a
to
saying,
few
say,
yeah,
times.
bro?
You know what I'm saying?
pretty
Take a
much.
minute to get him
Yeah,
situated. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, he's saying he got some back issues right now, so that's slowing him down. Like I said, you're dealing with injuries up and down the board. So until we get to see these guys, keep in mind we only saw their big three 16 games last year.
I will say this though.
Over
I'm
the
with
time they were together.
FIFO. It sounds like this motherfucker got some couch potato injuries. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like
of them.
this motherfucker today, he ain't been in the gym in a minute.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
at home chilling, losing a lot of money. He lost $20 million.
Them knees
doing that
pop when you
shit.
get up off the couch now. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It really, really is, because you got some of these teams, i.e. Milwaukee, they've been playing together all year. They're familiar with each other.
Hey,
They know each other.
Bobby P?
And-
Bro, Bobby
and
Porter's
he's an
found it. Bro,
enforcer
this
too.
motherfucker is.
He ain't playing no games.
Bro, he is out here.
He's found his niche. He's found his home.
He's shooting 7 threes in a game
Yes.
and some more shit, bro. This
Yes.
motherfucker is balling.
Yeah, they got all the confidence in the world going down the stretch.
You know what he
Everybody
looked
looking
like?
good.
He looked for Bud's system. He looked like a more athletic Al Horford for that Bud system. Big man that can handle rock a
can
little
shoot.
bit, dribble hand off, could shoot a little bit, high IQ. Pick and pop. That type of big. Like he fits the Bud system.
Is Lopez coming back? I don't know.
How come?
I don't know.
My question is, how come Julius Randle not in the MVP conversation? How come that's not happening? How come that's
Y'all
not
niggas always talking shit.
Let me know.
Y'all act like
Let me know. Let
Hey,
me know.
Sheldon, Ken, they act like saying Knicks jokes is mean
Let
something.
me
Like
know.
the Knicks ain't been a joke for like 20 something years. Like y'all act
Let
like y'all
me
jokes
Nah,
is
know.
funny or
No.
some
but
shit.
nah,
Like
but it's
okay.
funny because it's
All
funny
right.
because we know that last season gave you some hope. That's why it's got to burn a little.
Hey,
bit.
I go off new information every year. You know what I'm saying? If we in the finals next year, I'm gonna be talking hella shit, and y'all gonna have to hear that.
Tickle right, man. The Celtics been on a tear.
Celtics
They
ain't
have
doing
been.
shit. They ain't doing
Yeah,
shit.
they have been.
But I don't trust them in the
It's
playoffs,
the
though.
defense, man. It's the defense. The defense have shirt up. Robert Williams is in his bag right now. He's really anchoring that defense, and Marcus Smart has gotten to a different level. I also feel like they've kind of reoriented the offense to make Tatum and Brown truly the guys, but they've done it in a way where they're doing more weak side action and getting Tatum in better one-on-one situations, letting Jalen make quick decisions, and let Marcus just kind of like be like the anchor on defense, like I said with Robert Williams. But the ball movement's better; it's not sticking. And when they do go one-on-one ISO situations, they have pretty good shooting on the wing now, or good enough in my opinion. And I feel like Pritchard is kind of coming up and is taking this game to a new level as well. So Boston is finally doing what they need to do, and I'm excited to see what their defense looks like down the stretch. Especially
So Marcus Smart was right. Remember when he cussed them all out, telling them they need to stop ball hogging? Yep.
that's a
Well,
fact.
this is Udoka's first year as a head coach, right? I think that he probably went a little too player friendly. Okay, Jason. Okay, Jalen, just go get buckets. And not really adhering to a system where now you're allowing the other players to really be able to be utilized. And I think that has to do with coaching, and sometimes there's an adjustment that needs to be made. But I still don't trust the Celtics though, because I still don't think that they are. I don't think that they're ready. Just overall, I just my gut just I don't think they're a true championship contender yet.
Yeah, but I mean, they start out like playing like shit. So I think is at least worth mentioning the turnaround.
Of course, I
yeah.
give you
Because
that.
of the black coach.
Yeah, Idoku.
You don't even know the nigga
Udoka.
names. Luckily, we had a Black History Month. So.
Well, that's over, Nick. It's Women's History Month now.
Hey,
so-
who's his wife?
Oh,
Idoka.
I don't know who
Udoka's
You saying he got a
wife
white
is
woman?
that's
He
Neil
don't.
Long. That's
Neil
Neil
Long.
Long's
Yeah.
husband.
Neil Long.
Neil Long. That's the one that Neil
Yeah.
Long
Yes.
with.
That's what I thought.
Hey,
thought
I'm a Celtics fan. Hey, boy, I'm
I
a
didn't-
Celtics fan now.
I didn't want to say it. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, Neil Long.
Yeah,
Boy, I was just looking at a gift for her today. But she's
y'all got
It
her.
don't
still
crack.
fine. Boy,
It don't crack.
I still
Uh-oh.
get her pregnant to this day.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he did good with that one.
Nah,
See, that's why he don't give a fuck about what they do win
Yeah,
or lose
yeah,
in Boston. He said I got a trophy at home.
Hey, I'm already winning.
I got a trophy.
Robert Diaz, shout out to you. Hey fellas, just want to give a shout out to Q, Ken, and Shelton for their piece on player empowerment. I thought the discussion was very eye-opening and made me appreciate Dead End as a solid channel. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it.
I did want to ask since the title of the episode is should we be worried about the Warriors? I did want to ask, is there something wrong with the Warriors or are they just thugging it out to the
They need
playoffs?
Draymond.
They're just injured. They're just injured.
I did a 365 on. Did you get my 365?
Today?
Yeah, I sent you one.
I haven't posted it, but yeah, I got it. I just saw it.
Yeah, I did a 365 on that actual thing, and I was gonna say, I was watching that game, and I talked about the game Sunday, which I watched, and I was like, dang, I kind of see a little bit what Nick talking about. Look for a second, I kind of saw it. Like
You talking about when they was up like 16?
they was up 21 in the fourth quarter,
Mm.
and Steph was kind of struggling, which is he tends to do sometimes. That's fine.
He's a shooter.
I have no problems with that. But the thing about it was he couldn't shoot his way out of it. He couldn't figure his way out of the situation. And I started looking like, dang,
So I already know the answer to the question, but answer. Is Draymond back?
no.
Draymond is the true catalyst of that offense because he's the true one that creates the easy shots for everybody else.
Mhm.
Because everybody's watching Steph. It don't matter if Steph shot 2 for 30. If Steph's running around, you got to know where he's at, right?
Mm-hmm.
The playmaker with the ball in his hand when Steph is running around is who? Draymond. It's extremely difficult for them to do or for them to operate at optimal performance with Draymond or Steph out the line.
It's Klay Thompson's fault.
I got a question for FIFO, but
Clay was
I want to
out
hear Q's thoughts on this question though.
He need to braid his hair.
What's up, Q? What you think about the question I asked?
The Warriors, I feel as though FIFO kind of hit the nail on the head. They're just not really healthy yet. Draymond is the anchor of that entire defense, and he's the heart and soul of that team, regardless. Because Steph is the engine, but like Draymond is the glue. You know what I mean? Like Steph makes that shit go. Clay is more so like a second level glue guy, but they kind of need all three of them there, man. You know what I mean? Obviously they're like the big three. That's what their dynasty's built on. That's how they got to the finals in 2015, 2016. But when it comes to where they are right now, you just gotta give them time, man. It's marathon shit. Like they're just older, so now it's more so like where the Bulls were in 97, 98. Like you just gotta get them to the playoffs, and then they'll figure it out.
FIFO, I got a question for you. Who would you say is more important to the Warriors dynasty, Steph Curry or Draymond Green?
Steph Curry. Not close. Steph Curry.
Not close.
Steph
Why
Curry.
why is Q saying that Draymond is the glue and the gun and all the other shit then?
Because
And why also during the finals? Remember that game 5 that Draymond got suspended?
You must got a shitty ass engine. You got to put glue on it. How that motherfucker run?
I'm just saying, like, I just really want to know because everybody keep on talking about. From what I've been hearing for over a decade, is that Steph Curry is the greatest thing that's ever happened to NBA basketball in the last 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the greatest shooter of all time. Not denying none of that shit.
Yes.
But when Draymond is not there, somehow, some way, this shit don't look the same. And I'm looking at Draymond like he's a third character in this trilogy or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So
He
we
podcasting.
so 2 years
He
ago, right? I want to say it was 2 years ago when The Last Dance came out, right? It was 2020 when the pandemic
Yeah,
happened,
the penny was hit.
right?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was out with a back injury, right? wanted to stick it to the Bulls and didn't get the surgery in the offseason so he could be ready for the season, right? Did it during the season. They had 2 out of their big 3. Their other third was Dennis Rodman. Non-scorer, hustle man, glue guy, guts and glory type of motherfucker, right? Because it ain't if we're expecting Dennis Rodman to score 20 points, we ain't like you ain't gonna win shit. Like if Dennis Rodman got to average 20 for you to win. But every time that Dennis didn't play right, who got on his ass? Michael Jordan. Why? Because it was imperative for Dennis to play his game. His game. Steph Curry, what he does cannot be taught. It just cannot. How special he is, the same way Michael Jordan was. How special they are, you can't compare it to nobody else because you've never seen it before. It's unique in that way. What Draymond does, we see in the NBA. Draymond is special. Draymond is necessary for the dynasty to work, to function, for it to be still what it is. But there's levels to this shit. Draymond is replaceable. Steph is not.
It don't seem like Draymond replaceable.
So you mean to tell me that if we were to trade Draymond for Ben Simmons, that's not an upgrade?
I don't know.
Draymond,
they do the same thing.
Draymond had been replaceable within the same roster.
Exactly.
It's not to say he's not replaceable.
Exactly. There's other guys that do what Draymond does.
Who does?
I'm not saying. Like I said, there's levels to this shit. Example. I'm not saying that there's a whole bunch of dudes that do it at Draymond's level, but there's dudes that have Draymond's game.
Well, you can say that about anybody, though.
No, you can't say that about anybody.
You can say that Klay Thompson shoots at a Steph Curry level, but he's not Steph Curry.
When Draymond Green is healthy and he's playing defense, he is one of the 15 greatest defenders we've ever seen in NBA history. I don't think that's very.
So he's not top 10, 15. He's not top 10 all time. Didn't he say that one time?
It's not.
You give him 15, not 10.
It's arguable.
It's not easily.
Ken, I'm just asking for what are we? I'm just trying to get a range of measurement.
Here's the thing,
because I'm hearing this nigga saying he's top 15 defensive player all time. I'm hearing FIFO saying that there's not a lot of niggas that can do what he do, but Steph Curry's the engine, right?
Well, Steph Curry is 6'3". He doesn't really have, and like I said this a couple episodes ago. Steph Curry's game is not physically imposing. He's not a wing. He's a point guard. And for people to expect him to just be able to muscle the game down when it's 3 minutes left, he's a shooter, dog. Like they're cutting the lane off. They're making sure that he doesn't get into the paint. No more floater. No more up and under. If you come in here, we're gonna put you on the free throw line. And to be honest, not a lot of point guards want to continue to do that. Not only because I'm gonna get hurt or something, but really it takes your whole team out of the flow of offense. The Warriors' offense is trying to generate better looks than just Steph taking over, because they know what they're capable of. So Draymond, he's the glue to making that whole thing run. He's not the most important player there, but what he does is the most significant beyond Steph Curry. After Steph, he's the most significant piece.
You're not the most important, but you're the most significant. What's the difference?
I feel like priority is different from important. You feel me? Mm-hmm. To be a priority, like if you got a girlfriend, you know what I mean, taking her on vacation might be a priority, but also to her, something important might not be the priority. So it might be important for you to put some money in her pocket, blah, 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 that she can get her nails done. But it's priority that you keep her right with vacations. You feel me? So it's the same shit where Steph Curry is a priority on the team. He's number one.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get more clarity on. Because for me, it's like, do y'all know what their record is in the last 7 games? 7, 8 games?
It's probably not that good.
So, the last 7 games, they've lost to the Jazz, the Knicks, the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Mavericks. They've only won 2 games in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, last 7. 2 out of 7. Last 7, so they're 2 out of 5. And right now they're losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves by over 15 points. So a double-digit lead. So I'm asking this because I feel like this dynasty needs to be talked about as more of a shared dynasty between Draymond and Steph, and not more so predominantly Steph. Because what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that they lost the title because Draymond was suspended, and right now they're going through a big slump because Draymond is out.
Well, I think the thing is, Nick, is that dynasties are extremely fickle. And the reason why it's even considered a dynasty is because all of those pieces need to be there at their optimal level to be even considered a dynasty.
Correct.
And when one of those pieces is not there consistently, and when we're talking about a secondary, if not the primary ball handler, that's difficult when you're talking about a team that relies on ball movement.
But then don't say that Draymond is just anybody can replace him then.
But I didn't say that. That's what you took.
What did you
That's
say?
what you took.
Okay, I could be in the wrong. What did you say?
So what I'm saying is that Draymond is replaceable, but not anybody could just replace him.
See,
I don't think Draymond is replaceable, bro.
He is.
I agree
Draymond
with
is
you.
replaceable.
He is.
I know you can replace him with a guy that could probably do similar things, but I don't know if they'll have the IQ in the way that Draymond has.
No. Wait. So let me pause you right there. Right, you're 100% right, and that's why I said there's levels to this.
And I think that would be the difference.
There's levels to this. You mean to tell me that if I swap out Giannis for Draymond, they're not even more formidable?
Are you saying that Giannis is as good as?
I'm just talking about a
Yes.
Draymond
You said
type
Draymond's on
player.
the same level as Giannis?
No, what I'm saying, Giannis is above. Draymond.
Let's take a guy they throwing in the chat a lot. One name I keep seeing, Marcus Smart.
Mm-hmm.
You put Marcus Smart in that Draymond role. Do you think?
No, because
size-wise, it don't
Marcus
matter.
Smart.
I'm not even talking about. So let's just focus on what Marcus Smart does.
'Cause you're not
Let's
gonna
look
get
at
If
his
Marcus
size.
Smart was 6'7", 6'8",
Yeah.
then yes.
Yes.
So who else could be a Draymond replacement?
Ben Simmons was the number one.
Ben Simmons and
was
Giannis.
the top one.
Those
Ben
are like,
Simmons and
We
Giannis.
can-
I ain't gonna
let's
talk
not-
about Giannis.
those are not
Giannis.
anybody.
We're
Those
gonna take
are
Giannis
not
out.
anybody.
But like I said, that there's levels to this.
That's upgrading.
I think you
no,
only have
100%. No,
two.
there's only two
Who's
people
that?
that you
Ben
can upgrade.
Simmons.
And Marcus Smart if he was Marcus Smart like if he was bigger.
You could take Bobby Portis. Let's take what you call it.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby P.
Hell no.
Yes,
Y'all
Bobby
being
Portis
disrespectful.
is
Y'all
It's
you being
a
dis- y'all being
downgrade.
Hold on, what-
disrespectful.
what you say?
Downgrade.
I said it's a little disrespectful. I can't lie for people. I don't think a lot of people can do what Draymond does. I think it's
No,
a
no,
very
no.
short
So
list.
then he's not replaceable.
See, that's the thing.
No,
That's
he
the
is.
thing.
I don't think he.
I'm
I
not saying,
don't think he is either.
I'm not saying do what he does. What I'm saying is that team can be successful with other pieces.
Not
in
with
place.
Bobby P, bro.
They
Bobby
can.
P ain't getting assists.
It depends. It depends. I'm trying to tell y'all, like the way that Draymond Green has anticipatory skills, his hands, the way he can slide his feet, the way that he can get out on shooters, get back in the middle, play the lane, and then get back out on another shooter and switch
man.
off. That shit is not normal, bro. Like for him to be that damn big, to have that many bricks in his back pocket, stop, bro. Like you're not
it's
putting
not
Bobby
normal.
Portis in there. You know what I mean?
But it's also schematic. I just had to look at the teams for my brain to look to know the rosters. Pascal Siakam, I think he's either at the same level or slightly below Draymond if we were to replace him.
Y'all
Well, he's more.
disrespecting Draymond, bro.
He's more.
You was
offensive.
talking
See,
hella shit
see,
about
no.
Pascal.
Let's do this.
And you
Let's
saying
do-
he's on the
let's do
same
this.
level as Draymond?
Let's do this.
For what that team needs.
Let's do this. I feel like we can't. If we're gonna do this, we cannot name guys who are clearly more offensively of a threat than Draymond Green is. I feel like Pascal Siakam is a fringe, could be an all-star guy at any given season because he's that talented. I feel like if you're gonna, you know what I mean, like don't do a Bam Adebayo because Bam is a fucking, like he's an alien. Like the way that he can do all that, you gotta find a guy like almost like Ben Simmons is not that much of an offensive threat, but he does a lot of what Draymond does. I feel like that's the only guy.
But here's the thing though. We can only work with what the NBA has to offer, right? So if we were trading Draymond and trying not to have so much of a slippage or increase the production of the Golden State Warriors, the two players that increase, Giannis and Ben. Everybody else is either going to be the same for a myriad of reasons because Pascal can score more than Draymond. So what you don't get maybe in playmaking all the time like Draymond, you get in that individual being able to score, right? Pascal is longer in them dribble handoffs. He could take one dribble and be at the rim or kick it right back out to another three-point shooter. So to me, Pascal is a viable solution.
Is it a wash?
To a degree, I think Draymond.
I think that's disrespectful to even say it's a wash.
Well, Pascal.
Only because you get better individual scoring.
Yeah,
so
you can
what,
score better.
So what you lack in other things that Draymond can't do, you gain, and vice
But
versa.
to me, Draymond was a defensive player of the
That
year.
is
Like
a
you're
good
not
one, Bam.
you're not getting any value on either side.
you
That's
you
what I'm
are
saying.
because Pascal defensively is as versatile as Draymond. He's not better than Draymond, but Pascal can go out there and guard 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Sloppily.
That's like,
I don't
so
know.
are you serious?
Just
I
because
don't
you
know about
can do
that.
something means you good at it.
I don't know about that.
So you're saying
yo.
that Pascal's not a good defender?
No.
Oh, you tripping?
He's
What
solid.
does he
He's
rank
solid.
on
He's
defense?
solid.
You're tripping.
What does he rank on
You're
defense?
tripping.
Let's
Nick.
look it up. Let's look it up.
Go look it up.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now.
Look it
Bro,
up.
All I'm saying is y'all disrespect.
can-
Like,
no,
it seems like,
no,
it seems like I'm getting to a point that y'all niggas don't want to get to.
Y'all look back.
It ain't Steph Curry's team. It's the Golden State Warriors.
No, I got more guys. I got more guys for you. Offensively, not defensively.
Caruso.
You're gonna go backwards. DeMontis Sabonis.
Caruso, Ben Simmons, Marcus Smart. That's the range we should be talking about.
Alex
No, wait,
Caruso?
no.
Are
Alex
you
Caruso-
kidding
No,
me?
wait, hold on. We cannot
Bro,
put
are
Marcus
they not
Smart
disrespecting
here.
Draymond Green?
We cannot put
I'm-
Marcus Smart.
bruh.
You cannot trade Marcus Smart for fucking Draymond Green and expect the same level of fuck. No, what are we talking about? We're talking about a man that's 6'7" that can guard 1 through 5. Marcus Smart cannot guard the 5. How do you have a small ball lineup with Marcus Smart?
You can guard
Get
one
the
through
fuck out
four,
of here.
though.
Let's talk about dudes that are going to replace Draymond.
You can't
6'8"
replace Draymond with a
6'8" and
two-time
above.
MVP and think that makes sense. How are you gonna replace Draymond? Like, you can put with Giannis Antetokounmpo, a top damn near 25 player. Of course they're gonna be good. What the fuck?
He's the best
Like,
player in the league.
Yeah, I'm saying
he's
like
like
he's a top-
Draymond.
he's
He's
an
like,
MVP
oh,
candidate.
he better than everybody, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Is he better than everybody? Is he better than
The-
KD? Is he
the
better than
reason
Joel?
why-
He beat KD last year. That's
The reason
what
why
we
I
saw.
said those names, is because if you're talking about in the same field of play of what you can ask them to do, I'm not saying Alex Caruso is anywhere even near that. But dude, he is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and
No,
he's a
but
good facilitator.
Q,
and he gets out on the
Q,
break.
this is where you're losing it. Who the fuck is Alex Caruso? He ain't guard no 4-5 man. He's
So
not
that's why I
doing
said-
that.
I've seen Marcus Smart guard 5s. I've seen
But
him
he-
do it.
Look.
PJ
That's
Tucker.
like me.
PJ Tucker.
No,
I've seen him do
Q,
it.
wait, hold on, bro. You're gonna have to pause real quick, bro, because what you're saying is great defenders can guard a position on a switch. But I'm not going out here and being, hey, Marcus, I need you to go out here and guard Joker all game. Or the majority of the game. You're going to be my number one defender on this guy. No. That's not freaking possible. So if we're going to replace Draymond, replace him with a viable solution. I could go ask Pascal to go guard this 5-man the whole game. I can ask him to do that.
No, you can ask him that. Is he, man, come on.
It's better than
bro.
Marcus Smart.
That ain't saying shit. I didn't say Marcus Smart.
Hey, there you go, right
I'm
there.
asking for legit. I'm asking for legit names. Y'all
Julius
gave me
Randle.
Pascal
Hey,
Siakam and Alex
Jordan-
Caruso. Get the fuck out of here.
But Jordan Ulan said Julius Randle. That's a good one.
Hell no.
That's a good one.
No,
Hey,
but that's what I'm saying.
Julius Randle
That's what-
gave about 4-5
but that's what I'm
titles,
saying.
boy.
Hey,
He would have gave about 4-5
And he will
titles.
get some rebounds.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Hey, not defense, though.
Everything
Yeah,
gonna
he
be on the
was.
left side of the court.
I want to clarify.
Everything
I want to
going
clarify.
left.
I want to
Dragon Knight
clarify.
said people holding that Sprite can tight.
Bruh.
I want to clarify. I really need to clarify. I don't think you can replace Draymond with anybody besides maybe Ben Simmons.
That's
right?
what my whole point is, Q.
But
That's my whole point.
And I completely agree with you, Nick. But what I'm saying is, if the Warriors were to try and replace him with anybody, it would be those type of guys because they can fulfill semi what he does. Not that he can replace what he does, but that's the role of what they would do. The Ben Simmons get out on the break, 1 through 5. You know what I mean? Can switch out and do what he needs to do. Alex Caruso, guard 1 through 4, one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Marcus Smart has been asked to guard 1 through 5,
No.
has switched out.
Caruso is Iggy
Marcus
for
Smart.
them.
Marcus Smart does not guard 1 through 5.
I've
He
seen
does
him
not.
guard 1 through 5.
go-
Any
he
Celtics
got
fan,
one-
No.
any Celtics
He
fan,
got 1
any
through
Celtics
2.
fan will tell you they have seen Marcus Smart guard 1 through 5. Don't
No.
And it wasn't a
You-
smart
you-
switch.
And it was a smart switch. He's done good on 5s. Y'all haven't watched the Celtics play. I've seen them play. He's done it 1 through 5, and he's played good. So Marcus Smart is
you've
that
seen
good
him-
enough to do it.
You've seen Marcus Smart at any point in his career for an extended period of time guard a 5.
Fam,
Extended.
all you need him to do is to bother people. The same way in which Draymond.
No.
Hold on,
Everybody
y'all not gonna do Q like this. Q said he seen the man guard the 5, and then y'all gonna add extended to it. What the
Come on, y'all. What y'all talking about? They're gonna double.
Ken, look.
He's talking about
No,
switching.
Ken, it's simple. What you asked Draymond to do, ask the replacement to do. You asked Draymond to guard a 5-man all game. You're not going to ask Marcus Smart to do the same. You're not going to ask Alex Caruso to do the same. So that's not a viable replacement.
We're not talking about switching.
That's anybody. Steph had to guard the 5.
100%, bro. No, what you ask
You said
Draymond
Steph
to
had to
do.
guard a 5.
Yeah, on a switch. That's
Bruh,
what he's
man.
talking about.
Y'all
know- y'all
He's
know-
not talking about.
Y'all
Bruh,
trying to
those
play
type
Q.
of
Y'all know
players-
I'm not
exactly
trying
what
to
the hell
play
he's
Q.
talking about.
Y'all know what I'm
Look,
saying.
Q, it's fairly simple. If you ask Draymond to do it, the person you're replacing him with, he got to be able to do it too. If he can't do it, that's not a viable solution.
Fam, it is a viable solution. If you focus,
No.
you can still double.
How?
You can double, nigga. If a nigga come
No,
over, you be like, bro,
no,
bro,
Q,
yes, you
Q,
can,
Q,
bruh,
Q,
Marcus,
Q,
bruh,
Q,
bruh.
Q, pause.
PJ
Pause.
Tucker then guarded
Pause.
1 through 5.
Pause before we hit the X button, bro.
What are y'all
Pause
talking
before
about?
we hit the X button. Because what the hell is you talking about double
What are you
teaming?
saying?
What makes
What are you
Golden
saying?
State so formidable is that they
He
can
don't have to
switch.
double
They
team.
can go all over here and they don't have to double team.
And
Because
my
when you
entire
double
point, 'cause
team,
y'all
you leave
missing my
somebody
point.
open.
You missing my point. You missing my point. I've just
You
said
have no
Marcus
point.
Smart can't. My point.
There
I
is
don't have
no
a point.
my nigga.
Marcus Smart has been asked to guard 1 through 5s, and he's been effective doing it. All you
No,
gotta
he
do is
has
shade.
not. Because
You know what
they don't
shade?
ask
He
him to guard
hasn't.
the
He hasn't been
5-man.
effective. He hasn't been effective
They don't ask him to guard the 5-man, dog.
because they don't need him to. They have guys
Because
that
he's
are
a
big.
fucking 6'3" guard.
Bam, and Draymond is 6'7". What are you saying?
All right, but he has proven he can guard a 5 all game.
And so is Marcus Smart.
no,
what are
he
you saying?
Get the fuck out of here, Q.
Yes, he has, bro. PJ Tucker's
When?
done the same shit.
Hey, show me a clip, my nigga. All that shit on YouTube.
What are you?
Show me a clip, bro.
Bro, type
Show
in
me a
Marcus
clip.
Smart guarding
Show me a
centers, bro.
motherfucking clip, because I don't know what the fuck you
What are you
talking about.
saying?
I ain't never seen that.
Marcus
You've
Smart
never-
guarding the
you've
5 the
never
whole
seen-
game.
I ain't never seen
I
Marcus
gotta
Smart
see
guard
it.
the
Because y'all-
I
because-
always
because-
watch
I want
would.
to see it
because-
now.
I wanna
I
see it
want to
too.
see it now.
Well, Marcus-
He got to be good.
Y'all
I
have
want
to
to
see
see.
it.
I want to see him. I want to see him
Bro.
guard the
With
center.
that.
All I'm saying is this. My main point is that we need to start giving Draymond his respect in this
Oh, he gets
dynasty.
respect.
It's a shared dynasty. Steph don't.
Yes.
That's a glue guy.
Well,
Here,
my-
let me read this super chat.
He's more than glue. Q said he's a heart and soul. That's more than
I
a glue
agree.
guy.
Drink more water. I'm gonna read this one first. I'm gonna go back and get the other ones, but this one is relative, and we appreciate the donation. He said, Steph is more important than Draymond. 100%. Yes, Green affects important aspects of the game: defense, playmaking, and pace. But without Steph, what Draymond does is irrelevant.
1,000,000%.
Without Steph and Clay, the Warriors picking top 3.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
And
You said without Steph and who?
Clay.
So he added
He
Clay to
had to
that.
add Clay.
I am
He
saying,
had
well,
to
why
add
you add
Clay.
Clay to that?
Clay.
No.
That's the
Is
whole
Clay,
squad.
Clay and the bandana? Is he still wearing the headband?
Yeah, he still wear that
Clay has the
YMCA
headband.
headband. That
Clay
headband
looking like
killing
Jackie Moon.
Who said that?
That's what he look like.
Who said that?
Drink
super
more
chat?
water.
Drink more water. You're 1,000,000% right.
He added Clay to
look,
that.
look,
though.
look. He tried to show it. He tried to show it.
That's not the whole game.
Oh,
That's two
I'm just
different
saying,
games.
we showing clips now?
He's showing clips.
Oh shit.
Of course he gonna switch.
That's that Pat Bev. That's that Pat Bev. You know how Pat
Do you
Bev
see?
so
Kemba
Marcus Smart can do that the
Walker
whole
is
game.
shading.
We
He's
put
doubling
Marcus
him.
Smart on Joel Embiid the
Well,
whole
we
game.
got clips. At least he's showing us evidence.
Bro, there was a whole video of 8 minutes long. Marcus Smart guarding centers. What are you niggas talking about, bro?
Bro, so
Watch
what
the
you're telling
game.
me, Q, you understand that there is a I can't think of the fucking name right now. You know I'm bad with names. Basically the breakdown. It before every game. What the fuck is it called? The scouting report. So you mean to tell me per the scouting report that Udoka or who was the guy's son, Ken? Who your favorite coach?
Oh, Stevens.
Brad Stevens said, "Hey Marcus, man, I said, hey man, we're a little light. Al Horford, he got the shits, bro. He can't play tonight. We need you to start at the 5. We need you to guard the 5."
I don't know why we gave Houston so many props then, because
Fam, there are articles by Celtics fans. Literally, the first article that you can look up when you type in Marcus Smart guarding centers is from a Boston Celtics blog that says the argument for Marcus Smart logging minutes at center. Y'all need to stop talking like you watch the Celtics.
Q, do you believe that though?
You
do
don't
you
watch the
believe
Celtics.
that?
I do
Do
believe
you
that.
believe
fam.
that?
Is Steve
Because
Kerr a
if you
better coach
believe
than
that-
Ime Udoka? Answer one question. Hold on. You can't
Talk
FIFO
your
me.
shit,
I'm
Q.
about to FIFO you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna FIFO you. Do you believe Steve Kerr is a better coach than Ime Udoka? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you think that Steve Kerr can probably get more out of Marcus Smart than other coaches could?
No.
Tripping, bruh. He's already doing good under Brad
You know
Stevens.
why? Because Marcus Smart
That
is
is
going
a
to
good
be Marcus
question he
Smart.
asked you, though. That is a really great question.
Marcus Smart is going to be Marcus Smart no matter where he goes, bro. That man plays one way.
That's cap. Like what
How is
are
that
you talking
cap?
about? Bro,
What else
that's
is Marcus Smart going
bro,
to do?
That's
This
straight
nigga's a
cap. What
hustle
you-
man.
Fam, he's a hustle man.
What is he?
Bro, he's
What
one
is
of the
he?
better
What is he,
defenders
Q?
in the NBA.
What is he?
He's one of the better defenders in the NBA. Are you really sitting here acting like Steve Kerr can be like, you know what, Marcus, we've seen you play minutes at center. You may not start here, but if this shit calls for it, let's try a different look and we'll help you out with a double. And we know that Marcus is so adept at getting out on switches and getting off screens and shading that he could do that. That's what they're doing already in Boston.
Q.
We're having a fucking conversation about Marcus Smart.
If
I'm
a head
sorry,
coach
yo.
came
We're
out
having a
and said
convo
we
about
started
Marcus
Marcus
Smart.
Smart
I'm
at the
sorry.
5,
God damn.
that person doesn't have a job no more, bro. That's all I know, bro. That all I'm saying is, look, I'm not disagreeing that Marcus can switch on to a 5 in a possession or multiple times in a game. I'm not disagreeing that. But you're not asking Marcus Smart to guard the fucking 5 man, dog. You're not doing that. Ain't no scouting report saying that shit.
Yeah, that's why they made such a big deal about PJ Tucker playing the 5. That's small ball. Asking Marcus
And you know,
Smart
and
to
you,
guard
and
a
do
5.
you, no. And you know, since y'all bring up PJ Tucker, let me use my Instar voice. Since y'all know so much about PJ Tucker, let's go back to the fact that niggas didn't know PJ Tucker could fucking do that until they saw him switch onto a bigger guy. You realize that, right? Like a coach has to see some shit first to be like, you know what? Let's try this. Oh, wait, you think Steve Kerr, the great Steve Kerr, and all their defensive-minded people couldn't say, we can actually get by on a couple possessions with Marcus doing the 5. LeBron James is 38 years fucking old. He's playing the 5 for the Lakers. But Marcus Smart, one of the better defenders, a younger guy who's done it and shown it, couldn't theoretically fulfill a lot of that same role.
No,
all they gotta do is make schematic
LeBron
tweaks.
James is 6'9", 260 something,
And a nigga 40
been
years
the top
old.
2 strongest player in the NBA.
Last
he's
point,
40
last
years
point.
old.
Last point, both of y'all, before we move on.
What?
Bro, Q. You've been
don't-
knocked down a notch in my basketball.
Bruh.
These
Bruh.
are not a notch.
Bruh.
A whole notch,
Bro,
bro.
whole
A whole
Bruh.
notch, my nigga. Not even a half.
I'm crazy.
It's a whole
I'm
split,
crazy.
bro.
I'm crazy. But it makes sense to FIFO to say all you gotta do is replace him with a 2-time MVP and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he'll be just as good. Nigga, what are you saying?
I gave you other guys. You gave me
a top 25 player and say he might be
I
just as
told you
good. What are you
offensively,
saying?
DeMontis Sabonis can do it. There's other
Sabonis-
guys that can do certain
Nigga got
things.
traded to the
Sabonis ain't doing
Kings.
shit, bro.
Offensively,
Sabonis?
Bro, we're talking about the package, bro. You keep on thinking about pieces. I'm talking about the package. Draymond Green is a package. He ain't just one thing.
I'm
I'm not saying he's just one thing.
So why you keep going on points? That's the only any nigga you replace them. What you saying points? You ain't saying defense. You're not saying playmaking. You're not saying leadership.
Because that's my point, that you cannot replace all of that easily.
So he's not replaceable.
He is.
You can't replace him equally. But
It's Kevon Looney's team, bro. That's just-
Come on, Looney.
you can't.
The
I
Looney
agree.
Tunes. That's what
I agree that you can't replace that. I say it all the time. I said if you go back last week, I said that they were losing because Draymond is out. I said that on the show. The only thing is you can. My point was you can replace him with pieces, but it's not replacing everything. You can't make another Draymond, but you
I
can
agree
win
with that.
games at Golden State with a few more. I talk about size all the time with them. That's their issue. They don't have the size right now.
They've been winning though without it.
They have been. They have.
But I thought they 2-5 in their last 7.
Bro, we just saw.
I'm talking about
Bruce
like their
Brown.
dynasty. I was talking about the dynasty as well.
Oh, the dynasty part.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? They had Andrew Bogut. They had David Lee. Like, what are you talking? They've always had a big, bruh.
They ain't got one now. Like you said,
They don't
Kevon
have one
Looney
now,
is it,
but they
yeah.
always have during this whole dynasty run. Get out of here, man. Come on.
Cord said, FIFO bugging, you can't nitpick Smart guarding 5s, but won't talk about how Siakam averages like 3 assists on 3 turnovers. Pascal can't run no offense.
What else we got?
Adrian Wells, what's up, Adrian? Adrian said, what's good, everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Out of these MVP candidates, who would you start your team with? Embiid, Joker, DeMar, Ja, Steph, or KD?
Let's get DeMar out of here on that list.
Why? Because Julius not there?
No, because niggas was not talking about DeMar DeRozan last year.
I
or the
feel
year.
you.
Motherfuckers
But
always
is he not an MVP candidate though?
He is, but he
Okay,
ain't
so-
winning shit. He ain't nowhere near close to winning MVP this year. I guarantee you
He's
that.
top 3.
He
No,
ain't
he
nowhere
not
near
top three.
close. If you ain't top 2,
He ain't top 3.
then you ain't shit.
Okay, so top 4 because only Ja can
Nah,
be put
it's
ahead
Yeah,
of
Jaws
him.
ahead of him. Yeah.
How many
Okay.
times? How many times we mentioned 4 motherfuckers when we talking about
No,
MVP?
I feel you.
No, we
No,
only
no.
talking about 2 niggas.
No,
We only
look,
talking about 2 niggas.
It's a 2-man race.
It's a 2-man race, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
If you 3 or 4, it ain't you ain't shit.
Who are the 2? Embiid and who else?
Ja.
Joker. Embiid and Joker.
I think it's a beating Ja.
Ja's
That's why.
catching him, though.
That's why I'm saying this
Ja.
shit.
Ja got Memphis at a higher seed.
Y'all
with-
need to
with-
stop disrespecting Ja.
No. I'm not disrespecting Ja at all. He's making a run
Joker's
for it
what,
now.
6 seed?
But Joker's
Yeah, but he got two
Joker's
guys.
having one of the best seasons of all time.
He has.
So
Man,
what that
this-
mean?
So,
if I'm
you don't
starting my
reward
team-
you don't reward consistency now?
No.
The last time we did
Not
you,
when you lose like that. You losing like he's in
what?
the playoffs in the West.
he's a 6 seed.
Thank you.
By himself.
So we've seen guys do that before.
Ja's a 3 seed by himself.
Nah,
Thank you.
No, Jerry.
Joel Embiid was
God
by
damn,
himself.
Jack, get the fuck out of here,
Finally
bro.
healthy.
He was in
Finally
bro.
healthy.
Fuck
Hey,
out
I
of here.
love
Don't mention
Ja.
that nigga to me, bro.
I love Ja. And I love
Don't mention
Ja.
him to me and
If
talk
I'm
about some
starting-
he with somebody.
What you gonna say, Q?
Finally
To,
healthy.
to answer the question, if I'm starting a team, the only reason I will pick Ja is because he's probably the youngest guy on that team, on that list. But if I'm talking about who I would start my team with, just regardless of age, it would still be Joel Embiid because he affects the game on both ends of the floor, and his plus minus in every basically advanced stat, it points out that Joel Embiid is the most valuable player. If we don't have Joel Embiid, we're not even in the position to trade for James Harden. I feel like Jokic, people say he's by himself, but in my opinion, he has a much better roster than what the Sixers had to start the year. Tobias Harris is your third best option. See, that's crazy to FIFA, but I don't think he watches the Sixers, really, because Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond were the best players on that team. And you telling me that you take away Joel Embiid, that team is even sniffing the playoffs? Nah, bro, it's Joel Embiid.
Biased. Go ahead, FIFO.
So you're saying that Denver team minus Murray, what's his first name? Goddamn, Jamal Murray, MPJ. They traded Bobo, the best player out of all of them.
and according to you,
Hey, stay on your stick with your
according to you,
gun.
they
Stick with your
trade
gun.
a Hall of Famer away,
telling you.
kid, for peanuts.
They call me crazy.
Who the hell is on that team? Outside of Will Barton, can you name me another player?
There's
Aaron Gordon.
Is Austin Rivers on that team?
Aaron Gordon's on that team.
Come on. That
Austin Rivers is on
team,
that
the
team?
others are not better than the Phillies others. Pre or post trade. They're just not.
When do we start giving out, besides Russ, when do we start giving out MVPs to 7 to 8 seeds and 6 seeds?
It's happened before.
But not often has it.
No, not often. And I'm not saying that Joker should be the favorite.
But y'all got him second.
I say he's top 2 because he's been the most consistent outside of
He
Joel.
said I say top 2, like that's not second.
I'm just saying, I mean, number
You
one.
like, yeah, disagree with the nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, for a second, he had
I was like, bro, that's not second. I know I heard your first, so that must mean he's second.
Hey, I'm in sales now, okay? I'm in sales. I can say the same thing and throw you up.
All I'm saying is, bro, we know Joel ain't, bro. I mean, Joker ain't second, bro. It's gotta be. It's between
gotta be Ja,
Embiid and
man.
Ja.
It's between Joker and Ja for that second.
But see, we're not talking about what we feel. Like what I mean by that is we're not talking about what we're saying. I'm thinking on as how the league would be thinking about this.
I think
What
the
are
league.
you saying, Shelf?
what I'm-
Yeah, I don't know
league-
what he's saying.
Huh?
What I'm saying is the top 3 this year, in no particular order, Ja, Joker, and Joel.
Well,
The
that's what
3
I'm
J's.
saying. You saying so
And you can put DeMar there too.
You saying if there was a vote today that Ja would be ahead of Joker in the
It's-
league's eyes?
No,
It's
this is
possible.
this is his list.
Oh.
What's your list?
My list would be it would still be Joker.
See?
Joel
Joker?
Embiid.
So
Wait, hold on,
who's
Nick.
number
Terry
one?
Rozier.
Joker.
First of all, you talking about, I'm just saying what the league said.
No,
what
I
people
was
said.
saying- no.
And now you're going to say the same thing.
I said that. I said I thought that too. But I said, what do you think the league would be saying?
What are you saying? Who's number one?
I said Joker.
Joker's- you think Joker's gonna win
and
them?
Ja
You have the Joker as the favorite.
today, but it's shifting. It's still like you said.
What was it
it's
yesterday?
still open. Like you
What was
said,
it
like you
yesterday?
said, it's still open.
What was it yesterday?
Yesterday was Ja.
It was
I
Ja.
mean, no. Yesterday was Joker.
He said yesterday was Ja.
Joker.
Your list ain't shit, bro.
Joker. My list
Your
is
carousel
same.
ass
LaMelo.
list.
Wait,
My
hold on.
list has stayed the same.
We didn't answer the question. The question is, out of those
LaMelo, Terry
MVP
Rozier.
candidates,
Oh, who we?
who would we start a team with?
Ja.
No.
You can't go wrong with one of them. I'm gonna take Joker only because he's more healthy than Embiid, and
Yeah.
I'd rather have a body.
Point guards get the money, bro.
I'm not starting my team. I'm not starting my team with a white guy.
That's
So
cool.
give me Embiid.
Again.
Point guards get the money, bro.
Yeah, the white lies do not.
Joker,
mean,
Joker
if-
nice, but give me Embiid, bro.
Yeah, all things considered, I still start with KD.
You can't win. You can't go
Was
that
KD
far
on
without
the
a point
list?
guard.
Yeah, KD is on the list.
No, he's not. He said MVP.
KD ain't had a healthy
KD's on the
season
list though.
Of
in 3
MVP,
years.
like for this year.
He just made his
Yeah.
own list. I think he
Yeah.
took a couple MVPs and put KD.
Yeah,
on.
he
Okay.
said. Yeah,
Yeah, if KD's on the list, I'll probably take KD over all of them.
yeah.
I'll still go Embiid.
I'm going Ja.
You notice how Joel Embiid can get hurt at the same rate as KD, but it's only Joel Embiid be hurt all the time. All these motherfuckers be hurt. Ja be hurt
Watch it, Joker.
every game. Besides Jokic, every player who's been in contention has been hurt. You know what I mean? In and
KD been out the second round though.
Bro, KD been hurt the last 3 years, and we acting like that injury is not hindering him because the Nets roster is not, conducive to him being able to take off games and shit. They need him. Kyrie part-time and whatnot. So if he was still playing, he wasn't hurt, yeah, but dude been out for a month and a half now. So it's
Who do you
hard
think
for
is
me.
better right now, KD or Joel Embiid?
Who's more dominant? I think.
I'm just saying
Joel's
who's better, healthy, when healthy.
Well, healthy is still KD.
That's splitting hairs, though.
Well, I guess I don't know.
That's splitting hair because we know what KD does: pull up, dribble, whatever. But what Embiid, it's hard for me to say that Embiid could do more offensively, but I think he could do more offensively. It's hard for me to say.
It wasn't hard, nigga. You said it. You said it twice, if anything,
You know what I'm
nigga.
saying? But with Embiid, he could hit he can do the things that KD can't do. But he can do the things that
KD can do the
can't do.
things Embiid can't.
I guess the
Like what?
the deciding factor would be the fact
Win a
that
title, get out of the second round.
you know why why Embiid would take this because he plays defense.
KD play defense.
Yeah, KD
Not
play defense
not
too.
as well as
Not
Embiid.
the
Yeah, it's not as well, but I
Well,
mean he played defense.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's your deciding factor.
So
No, but Embiid can't score like KD.
shit, yes.
No, he can't. No, he can't. Don't even. Yeah, about to say sit back because he can't.
I don't know, Nick. They score in different ways, but
Yep.
Kate, man.
I think
when
that-
Kate,
Being a big man, you know what? The
y'all
difference
forgot.
is?
Y'all
No,
disrespect
Nick.
KD,
We're not being disrespectful. Shaq says it all the time. When you're a big man, you're dependent on the guard to get you the ball, right? And Embiid can go get his own, but the game don't flow that way for an Embiid team. Where KD, it's like he can take 6-7 straight possessions and get the rebound and push and shoot, and nobody gonna say nothing, right? Like the game will flow that way. The game can't flow that way with Joel.
So he's more versatile then.
No, because what
His
what
position,
KD can
How
do,
you gonna say
Embiid
all that?
can
You
do.
gonna say no?
Because he's not more versatile. He's just. That's why I say it's difficult for me to say, but I'm gonna take Joel in that comparison because, in my opinion, Joel can do almost or damn near everything KD can do. Maybe not at the same level, but the things that Joel can do, KD cannot do.
Maybe not at the same level.
No, cannot do.
What does Joel do that's much more better than KD?
block shots?
Okay.
Like it's not even close.
Okay.
In my opinion, on ball defense.
Yeah, low key.
KD is not a great on ball defender. Joel Embiid is a great on ball defender no matter what position.
What'd you say, Q?
I said no, low key. FIFA, right? I think, bro. I think that KD. I think that Joel is KD in a center's body. Personally, I think if that makes sense. I think that KD is Joel in a wing's body. If that makes sense, because KD's a good rim protector. You know what I mean? Like he's not just as good as Joel, but he affects the game in a way that is underrated from a rim protection standpoint. I think that he's an underrated on-ball defender, but he's not as good as Joel. And he's low-key an underrated passer, but they don't ask him to do that. Joel Embiid is starting to add that passing into his game now. He's obviously not Jokic. Jokic is a whole alien with his passing and just his feel for the game. But they're each other in each other's position. You know what I mean? Where they're so dominant in what they do that they break games open with doing what they do. And that's the difference between them and other players is I feel like other players, obviously, they have to work for their buckets just as like other players do. But the way that they work for their buckets is demoralizing. where it's like, bro, I don't even know what I can do. Like his shot is 11 feet in the air. I don't know what to do with that. Joel Embiid, he's just putting me in the basket every time. I don't know what to do with that. Versus Steph, where it's like, okay, well, I can try to put a hand up, and if he make it, he make it. But you don't feel like, damn, bro, I can't do nothing against this. You just gotta lock him or try to lock. Kyrie, you can try to put body on him, so it feels like, damn, I'm working him, and he's just making it. But when a dude is physically moving you, or a dude is just like, I don't even see you, it's like, what the fuck do I do with that, dog? Like, you know?
Hey, which one of y'all said Ja?
In terms of
I did.
You
as far
did.
as built the team. Yeah.
You don't have any reservations about starting with a guard?
No, I love starting with point guard. I think that's why I said point guards get the money. I think you can't really have much success, at least in the last 10 years in the NBA, without a elite point guard.
That's why you like Steph?
I think Steph is a great player.
That's why I like Derrick Rose.
Steph, when it's all said and done, might be on the Mount Rushmore of the NBA.
Damn.
Potentially, I'm not saying he is.
No.
But potentially,
That's a good question.
he's gonna break a lot. He already has a lot of
That's
records
a good video.
now. You know what I'm saying? So as much as I love guards, the only reason why I wouldn't start with Ja in the context of the question is because I always say little men cannot influence the game physically. So in the context of this,
Jacob Jacob got something to say about that.
But with that being
Jacob
said, you know, if I'm starting with Ja, I know I need a big, you know, that's as good, or, you know, just slightly not as good. You know what I'm saying? Like a DeAndre Ayton would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But if I start with Joker, my guard situation doesn't have to be elite. They just got to be able to hit shots because Joker can make the passes.
How well does that work for Joker so far?
It's worked immensely well. This man's been in the playoffs ever since he's been with Denver.
Has he been to a finals?
Huh? He been to Western Conference. Has Ja been anywhere? He hasn't been further than the Joker. So until
Joker's been longer in the league.
But until Ja, by your logic, until Ja goes further than Joker, don't talk to me
Ja's
about
going
Ja
further
over
than Joker right now. He's third seed in the West. Joker's 6th.
We talking about playoffs, Nick.
Okay, so we'll see this year.
And Joker has finished number 1. Joker is also a former MVP. So until Ja hits those things, bro, don't
I'm just talking about. I'm talking about the playoffs. I ain't talking about the awards.
All I'm saying is, by Nick's logic, until Ja does what Joker does, don't holler at me about Ja.
That's not about my logic.
That is your logic.
Let me ask you this question: who's going to get further in the playoffs, Memphis or Denver this season?
It depends if Denver gets MPJ.
Just asking you straight up, gun to your head.
It depends. It depends.
It's got to depend on Nick because
I said gun to your head. I got the Memphis. If you want to ask me, Memphis.
That's cool.
It ain't that hard to answer a question. That's what I'm just asking.
No, it is hard because 2 of their 3 best players are potentially coming back. That's a big difference.
But you got an MVP.
Okay, but it's one guy.
And we got one guy in Memphis.
Nah, there's more than one guy in Memphis.
Who else is in Memphis? I'm asking you. Who else?
I already answered that.
What was his name?
You know,
is he always hurt too?
But he's
just like Jamal Murray.
But he's not this year. He's playing right now.
Let me say this. Since we're doing the MVP convo, to break it down really quick, I think DeMar is having a fantastic season, but I think he's the lowest on that list because I believe if you take DeMar off the Bulls, they're still in playoff contention, and I think
they're not a top 2 seed though. They're not a top 2 seed without DeMar. They like 6, 7, 8, 9.
They're not a top 2 seed, but they're still in contention. You take Jokic.
No, they're not in contention. Contention of what? Of not making the playoffs.
No, they are in contention to make the playoffs. They have Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball. They're in contention to make the playoffs. Like, let's not do that.
Zach LaVine's been hurt. I'm
saying, if everything was starting out the way it was, we knew MPJ and them were gonna be out before the season. So we're talking about the rosters as they were. You take DeMar off the Bulls, they're probably still in contention. You take Ja
in contention of what?
To make the playoffs, 1 through 8 to make the play-in. They're still in contention to make the playoffs. Take Embiid, Jokic, and take Ja off their teams. Those teams might not even sniff the 10th seed. They were talking about the Sixers won't even make can they even make the playoffs? Joel Embiid kept them in contention. They've been the number 1 seed at times. They've been the number 2 seed, 3 seed. And for them to even be in position to get James Harden is a testament to how he's carried that team on both ends. Tyrese Maxey is a second-year guy. No one thought that he was going to be this good in the second year. Tobias Harris has been trashed most of the year. And Joel Embiid has kept them in top 5. You have Jokic, who's kept them in playoff contention. some of the most generational passing that we've seen. He's bought the best out of every single person on that roster. But take him off that team, they take the engine out the car. They can't even move. Ja doesn't really have a second guy yet. You have guys like Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, who's still trying to figure out what he is in this league. Take Ja off that team, they take their engine out the car. So that's why I have to put those three on the top three, because without them, we're probably not even having this conversation. But I do believe DeMar deserves to be there, though. But
Mr. T is correct, though. When Ja was out, Memphis was winning those games.
Yeah, they finally said it, y'all. They finally, because everybody been putting in the chat that they winning games without Ja. We know that.
But here's the thing, though, to even recast all that, but to respond to that point, there's a difference between knowing you're going to get Tom Brady back in 2 games than to be Tom Brady's not here anymore. You feel me? Where obviously that might be even better now because they went 10-6. But you feel me? Like there's a difference between knowing that like your number one guy is coming back soon because the morale is still up. So you're gonna play hard. You're gonna give your all. Blah blah blah. Guys have been around the shooting coach and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? They're making sure that everyone is staying up. Hey, Ja coming back. He coming back. Hey, we're gonna win these next 2 games and we're gonna get our guy back. Batman's coming. So it's like to me it's a different type of psychology to know when your guy is out completely versus when your guy is coming back. Because then your coach can keep the troops together. Role players will step up, and coaching just has to pull through. You know.
But you really can't. You really can't shake your sniff at 12-2 though. 12-2 is pretty
No,
impressive.
it's elite. It's elite.
Which I still say, and I've said it several times. You can be the engine that gets everybody else going. Like you said, when you know he's coming back, you got confidence. Hold it down while I'm out. Y'all know what we can do. Let's do this. That works. Let me ask you something else real quick, Q. Do you think that adding James Harden will hurt Embiid's MVP case because he's going to take away some of that scoring and some of those assists? Or you think it will help it?
It could. I could see him definitely falling out and it becoming like a Ja and Jokic race. But so far with James Harden, he's averaged 35 points over these 2 games, and 82% of the field goals that he's gotten in last game against the Knicks was from James Harden. So I think that perhaps James Harden could even help. It's really just a matter of what type of energy does he have to exert, and is he still affecting the game on defense enough to where it's like, okay, if they didn't have him, James Harden ain't carrying that load on defense. So I think it's still Embiid's race to lose, but I wouldn't be surprised or mad if he doesn't get it. You know what I mean?
To me, I don't think it hurts them only because they played more than half of the season without James Harden, right? Because people don't really realize that the All-Star break is not the midway point; it's more like the 3/4 point, and they've already played 3/4 of the season, and they've been a top 2 seed without Ben Simmons. They've been without Ben Simmons than more with James Harden, even going into the playoffs. So to me, it doesn't hurt them because it only hurts them if they fall. They go to 3, 4, 5, it hurts Joel Embiid. They stay where they at. How can it hurt Joel Embiid?
But I'm looking at him though personally because you're looking at his numbers now, especially with Ja making the push that he's making, Joker getting more highlights and more TV time. That can hurt because you got to share. Like James Harden, say a couple of these games, James Harden scores more. Say, you know,
see, the reason why I'm not worried about, and this is why to me it's a perfect complement of the two, is that James Harden's scoring doesn't affect Embiid's scoring. It's a complementary score. And in all honesty, what James Harden is going to do is get Embiid easier shots. We've seen it in a couple of Joel has not been this open, especially not in the pick and roll situation. His field goal percentage is going to increase. His efficiency is going to increase. And I'm not saying he's going to average more, but I don't think he's going to average less either. Again, I think James Harden is just the perfect complement, and it's not going to hurt Joel's numbers.
Hey, let me tell you, Q, I don't know if you saw this. I saw a highlight. I meant to send it to you the other day. But Danny Green let a dude drive in the lane past him. James Harden went off on him like he was going off. I'm like, dang, you just got there, bro. You chunked him off like that. So when they was inbounding the ball, James Harden was standing in front of Danny Green. Danny Green looked him off and inbounds the ball over hit the max. And he was like, what's up, bro? Like I'm like, dang, they tripping already? But that lets me know he's in the lineup now. So
Well. Here's the thing. All I'm gonna say is James Harden need to keep that same energy because we know if anybody's gonna Olay somebody, it's gonna be James Harden. So hey, if
the
they
one.
get on you, don't feel no type of way.
He the one.
Mhm.
Josh Bros said, "Wait, so Luka got to win regardless, but LeBron James constantly needs a stacked roster. Otherwise, he apparently has no help. Come on, man.
But LeBron James is an APRP member, bro. Like, I mean, like,
We've talked
what
about
we
the
talking about,
Suns.
man?
Mr. Ant-Man, what's good, man? Mr. Ant-Man said, "What's up with What's up with Imani Bates right now, FIFO? Man's
Man.
looking rough.
He is looking rough. All I'm gonna say is that he reclassified up. So we'll see how this next season in Memphis gonna look.
We'll see.
He said,
That's
Hey.
FIFO's update.
That's it.
Hey, you
we'll
know what
see.
though? You know what though? We still got one more year on FIFO's gilded take of Denver Nuggets 2023 champions. So I'm still keeping stock on that.
They traded the most important piece, bro. It ain't gonna happen no more.
Oh, it's over with now.
Yeah, they traded Bobo, bro. It's a wrap.
Imani Bates averaged 10 this year, by the way.
Damn.
On a team that was getting drugged.
Yeah, it did look good.
Penny was looking stressed out, dog. He was
Yeah.
like, "Look, man, these niggas ain't playing defense. I don't know what to do with this shit." Like,
I would have hated to see Penny have to play a game against Michigan because him and Juwan Howard went at it, boy.
oh, man,
As
they
mad as
would've
they
slapped
was,
each other.
they both was angry this year. Patrick
Hey,
Ewing, the one
Juwan
should be
Howard.
angry.
That's a Black History Month fact.
Yeah, it is, boy.
Who
Both
was the first college coach to slap somebody?
Slap a white man.
Slap a white man on national TV.
the first
in a Power 5 team.
the first black man to slap a white man to keep his job.
Oh man.
Juwan
On the
Howard is
clock.
all of us.
Keith Harrell, he said, "Why does no one believe in the Heat? Why is that? Why don't
I
the
do
Heat
believe
get
in the
more
Heat.
love?
I do believe in the Heat.
Believe
I
in
don't
what?
know.
Like what are we believing in? Like are y'all saying like they're
That
gonna
they're
win?
serious contenders.
That's
Bam
okay,
Adebayo-
that's not saying shit to me. Like to say a serious contender is like okay. Are you gonna bet on them to win? Are they favorites?
Win what?
A
No,
series?
look.
Talking about championship?
Yeah.
The question is why people keep disrespecting them. The
Yeah.
answer is because their two best players are second tier best players.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler is not a superstar all the time. He has superstar moments. You know how I feel about Jimmy is the line between superstar and not superstar. And sometimes he is, and sometimes he's not. We've
Jimmy
seen
a
it.
superstar, bro.
Okay, if somebody says he is and somebody says he ain't, I'm not gonna
Man.
argue it. I'm not gonna argue it. What's up, Q?
Everybody in the chat, I told you motherfuckers 3 years ago, Jimmy Butler is a fucking superstar. And
Okay.
everybody, I'm just letting y'all know. I told it.
If you say he is, I'm not gonna argue.
All
If you
right.
say he's not, I'm not gonna argue.
But why
And
ain't
then
they
Bam
serious?
too.
Why
Huh?
ain't they serious contenders?
Because those two got Bam and Jimmy do not instill fear in you. What outside of heart and defense, what like does Jimmy really scare you? Yeah, Jimmy could go off for 30, 40 points. Now, I'm not saying he's not capable of that. He is, but he's not capable of that consistently. Like in a 7-game series, I'm not scared that Jimmy's gonna drop 40 on me 4 straight games and be like, oh shit, what the fuck do we do with Jim? I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of Bam utterly dominating a game. Bam could dominate stretches. Bam is a Swiss Army knife, but I'm not scared of Bam.
They have to win
And that's
by
the problem with
committee.
Miami. Like nobody instills fear in your heart. Like nobody is just the guy. Like Jimmy, I know they call him Jimmy Buckets, but Jimmy don't get buckets at an elite rate. Jimmy get buckets, but he not Kyrie, he not KD, he not Steph. Like he's not atomic with the offense. Bam is not Giannis on defense or offense. They're second tier. They don't instill fear. They're tough and gritty and grimy. They are Pat Riley's children.
Mm-hmm. Spo gonna coach him up real good.
He is, but I think that's the
they-
reason why they get disrespected. Because nobody's scared of their best players.
You ain't betting money on them to win the title.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not.
They have to win by committee. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference. Is they have to win with an all-encompassing team effort. But their team is scary when they're all clicking. That's the thing that's scary about them is when they're all locked in defensively. When Lowry's doing Lowry shit. When Jimmy, you know what I mean, is barking at people, getting to the rim, and getting good assist percentage and whatnot. When Bam is being that like alien garden 2 through 5, you feel me? Like I've seen him do it, and he's getting so much better as a passer. I think that his shot is going to come along. He's looking like Bam in the bubble before he had the little arm injury before the finals. I think Tyler Hero is like a white Jamal Crawford with the ability, like at any given moment, to come out and give you 30. Then the next game he gonna go 2 for 12, and it's like, what the hell is this supposed to do? Then you have, Victor Oladipo coming back. If that is an X factor, I've never seen one before. If that's not one, if he can come back and give you anything, then that would be amazing. But overall, their whole team has to give an all-encompassing effort, and Spo has to put them in the best position to win. So FIFO's 100% right. Where if they had like a prime Anthony Davis on this team instead of Bam, we were like, oh shit, okay, now what do we do? If they had like a Jokic on this team, okay, what do we do? But when it's just Jimmy, when it's just Bam, not saying just like they're not great players, but they are not physically imposing to where you have to game plan just for Butler, just for Bam. You have to make sure.
Or regardless of the game plan, they can overcome it. Right? Like you can slow Jimmy down at times, you can slow Bam down at times. With KD, we saw it, bruh. They threw everything at KD, and you cannot stop this man. When LeBron gets in his modes, you cannot, like, there's just certain Dame. You can't stop Dame and still spirit. Like, well, shit, bro. We only up 4 points, and in 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
You know at any given moment this man is just gonna erupt or do some heroic type shit. You don't feel that with Jimmy and or Bam. So to me, that's the only reason why they're getting disrespected. Not that they're not a good team. And I see people saying that they got 2 of the top 30 players in the NBA, and they do.
That's a fact.
It's just 30. Not scary.
They had to go to 30.
That's deep, man.
That's a deep. Yeah, that's a deep motherfucker.
I'll say is Miami's a great team.
Go ahead, Q.
No, Nick, I was just saying that Miami's a great team, and I wouldn't be surprised if we look up and we see them in the Eastern Conference Finals because their defense is incredible. They're the best defensive team behind Boston right now. So, yeah,
they the Gross sisters of the NBA. I'll say that they scary when they all together.
Yeah,
but when you separate the motherfuckers, they just some ashy motherfuckers.
I give you one caveat to watch out for. Just some sources and stuff going on here. We do sources here because we still break more stories than ESPN do here than in sports. Sources, just watch out in the next couple years for Pat Riley trying to get Luka Doncic.
You heard it here first.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Pat Riley ain't have a white boy in a minute either.
I know.
He waiting for that.
Have one.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Not really. Not as a main guy.
He tried with Tyler Hero, but he just like, man,
he tried white chocolate. Did he have white chocolate?
He did. He had to
be.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Alex Hayes. Alex Hayes said, "I am sick and tired of the Knicks. I'm sick and tired of once the Nets get healthy. The big three together. Been hearing that for almost 3 years now.
Come on.
Well, you won't hear it anymore.
Yeah, they got a big 4.
Yeah.
They got a 4 for 4.
Drink more water. Drink more water said, what happened to all the Steph MVP talk early on? Steph is suffering from the Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray curse, where you start with that heat, and then it kind of fizzles out a little bit, but it's not over for Steph
I
yet.
said at the top of the year, man.
He's shooting like, 40% from the field?
Something like that, yeah.
I said Steph going to have a crazy year, and Warriors ain't going to do shit. I'm going to keep that take.
Well, they're going to go further than them Knicks.
That's fine. I ain't saying shit.
Black Sunday, what's happening? He said, when CP gets back and we get fully healthy, it's a wrap. Phoenix 2022 champs.
I got a repeat of the NBA Finals. I think it's going to be the Bucks versus the Suns again.
The Suns getting out in the second round. That's just me though.
I can see it.
Cass 2 said Nick is finally understanding why the former MVP champion Golden State Warriors needed KD to beat LeBron and the Cavs.
KD needed the Warriors to get a ring. Go ahead.
Yep.
They both need each other.
Exactly.
The timing was right for the both of them.
It's like a Bobby and Whitney thing going on with them.
It sure was.
Oh, yeah. Biden giving more money to cops. He's been giving money to cops. I don't know what y'all just not hearing about that.
Josh Bros. Josh again. Josh, we appreciate the love tonight, man. Appreciate it all. Ken, I know you're from Mississippi, but being from the South, did you ever think that Oklahoma would have a basketball team? And also, do you root a little for Memphis being the closest city to your hometown?
No, I don't have any allegiances to any professional sports organization. Once, who was the last person I cheered for? I can't remember.
Houston.
It was definitely a King.
The King.
The Chiefs was the last team I was actually a fan of, I want to say.
You talking about like the Priest Holmes era?
Kansas City Chiefs, yep.
Tony Gonzalez, Priest Holmes.
I let go of the Rockets. I was actually a Giants fan for a while. I let go of the Chiefs. I let go of the Mets. I was a Mets fan for a minute. I let go of them. And LeBron was like the guy I followed. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was the last one. Once Dwayne Wade left, it was just like I just watch as a fan now. But OKC, I never thought about. I don't really think about teams like that in terms of a city getting a team and stuff like that. I think the closest team I may have tried to actively root for while I was in Mississippi may have been the Saints. So most people either pick the Saints or the Falcons. I fucking hated the fucking Braves. Most people from there picked the Braves too. I couldn't stand the fucking Braves.
You like the Braves?
No, fuck the Braves. Hate the motherfucker.
Igwe Ike. He said, who's the best big man in the league? Bobo or Taco Fall?
I gotta stop wasting that's
give me
Bobo or Taco
give me
Fall.
Taco.
They both got in the league just because they tall and black.
It's crazy. Nah, Bobo actually has some skill. Tacos.
I ain't never seen it.
Big.
Bobo's gonna work out, man. Just give him like 2 years, man. I'm trying to tell you. I still believe in it.
3 to 5.5.
What's this? His second year, right?
No, this Bo's third year.
Gotta be his third year.
He was drafted with Zion and them.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because everybody thought he was a steal.
Bro, they wiping him up, man.
Yeah.
White folks love Bobo and
Yes.
FIFO.
Yeah,
I like Bobo.
close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny.
Holding on to my Bobo stock, man. Go ahead.
Drink more water said, "Why is Giannis never considered a big?"
He is.
Yeah, he's considered a big.
He's a 3, 4,
all the
5.
time.
Stretch 4.
He's a
Was
five.
y'all think because he didn't spend a lot of time posting up until this past season?
I think because he grew in the NBA, he came out as a small forward.
Yeah,
And then like he got bigger. So
and he really never operated from the block before. Either.
Yeah.
Like I said, he didn't start down there.
Because he's just a big wing that can go down there. It's not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? He's a perimeter guy that can play big, not a big that can play on the perimeter. Because that's Joel Embiid, a big that can play on the perimeter.
Flavian said, random, Giannis in February shot 39.4% from 3. That's 3.7
That's scary,
3-point attempts.
That's scary.
That is
he's starting to get it. I seen he did a little Dirk shot against Brooklyn when they was going back to back on their little run.
Have I said anything negative or where Giannis can improve this year?
You don't get credit for Giannis, bro.
I'm not saying I get credit for Giannis.
People like it's Black History Month. It don't count.
Huh?
I said people like it's Black History Month. That shit don't count.
All I'm saying is the things that I critiqued Giannis on, he's doing. We're seeing
He's doing it.
I don't have no more critique. There's no more critique. There's like, do you hear me critique LeBron?
It's harder to critique an NBA Finals champion and MVP. So yeah, I guess if that's your point, then yes, he can't critique.
But I'm saying he got a 50-piece without doing what he's doing now.
Yeah,
I know he got a 50-piece for being who he was, who you criticized.
I know, but the person that's now, he could go get 65 if he wanted to.
Y'all go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, y'all think what?
No, I just got a question. Go ahead and finish your super chat.
Black Sunday said Oakley said Giannis a bench player in the 80s.
He crazy as fuck. Me and B talked about this shit. He's crazy
They just
as fuck.
They just hyping up their era.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, everybody gonna think that they played in the hardest time. You can't do it like we did a young boy. Same thing.
Look, Charles Oakley was a bench player. First
All right, FIFA, you ain't got.
I'm just saying he was. In New York, he was. In Chicago, we started a little bit until he got traded.
Yeah,
but he was a bench player. He was nowhere near the
he
athlete.
started in New York.
Is he saying that this
Anthony Mason
this version of Giannis?
Eventually.
Anthony Mason always came out the bench.
He
didn't start until he got to Charlotte.
But
That's my guy.
But Charles Oakley went to the bench at some point in New York, though. He didn't always start.
Oakley started. Mason was the sixth man. He played. But he was
Okay,
6'9".
either way, but he
And,
said
and
80.
FIFO's money eventually.
Yeah.
No, in Chicago, did he start for the Bulls? He didn't come in
Yes,
to start.
we started with Bulls too.
Okay, either way, if we're comparing Charles Oakley, a starter, and Giannis,
When he picked up Scottie Pippen.
he did. Giannis is taller, lankier. He's definitely not stronger. Faster, more skilled, more athletic.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing but Giannis.
This Giannis would dominate any era of
I
basketball.
wonder what he means by that, though. Did he mean like he would never get to a
just
point where he
talking
can play?
shit.
He
He
is.
just
Or
talking-
that
he
this
just-
version right now, the guy that's playing right now in 2022.
That's what he said.
There's no NBA
This
analyst.
game.
There's no NBA analyst in that statement. He just talking shit.
Charles
all it is.
Oakley is, outside of Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Gary Payton, is probably one of the best top 5 trash talkers ever. And that's what he's doing right now. Because he would put 50. Giannis would put 50 on Charles Oakley.
No, he wouldn't.
That's a fact.
Not healthy.
No,
Not
he
healthy.
wouldn't.
Oakley gonna swing on him
No,
by
he
the time he
wouldn't.
gets to 25.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, I'm not saying that Giannis will come out without stitches. Giannis would have definitely some stitches the way Giannis plays. But shit, bro, like they not stopping that, man. Bro, look, if Wilt, Kareem, all of these super like unicorn type motherfuckers that was dominating the league, why wouldn't Giannis is dominating this league with more athletes?
Isaiah Thomas said the
He
same
just said
thing.
he would have been a bench player.
No,
That's
hell
bad.
no.
Nah, Isaiah
No.
Thomas said Giannis would kill those guys.
Dominates.
And that's what Isaiah said.
It's not even. Come on, man.
So yeah, I mean, I
I
trust,
won't always go off of Isaiah Thomas' comments.
but I trust him on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
I trust him on that.
And the argument goes the other way too. Wilt Chamberlain, he wouldn't be fucking, averaging 50 and 20, but he would be extremely dominant today. Wilt Chamberlain would be 25 plus, 12 rebounds plus, 3-4 assists. He would be one of the best big men today, right now. Bill Russell too. I was gonna say Russell Wilson. Bill Russell too. There's guys that are, to me, just generational. They could play in any era.
Mhm.
Those two could play now, and Giannis and LeBron and KD and all of them, Steph, they could go play back then too. There was a guy named Mark Price, you know what I'm saying? He was doing a lot of the shit Steph was doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, like Mark Price could play today. Come on. There's cross-generational talent, man.
What else we got?
I agree with Oakley.
Tigolo, I'm gonna ask you real quick.
You
Tigolo
tripping.
said how I feel about the Hornets signing Isaiah Thomas. They are
What the
replacing
hell are they
Ishmael.
doing?
10-day contract.
Just replacing. Yeah, he's just replacing Ishmael.
Y'all just love guards. Y'all don't.
They do,
Y'all
yeah,
don't get
that's
nobody
it.
else but guards.
That's it. That's really all it is. But yeah, they're suffering the same thing as Golden State with the lack of size. Montrez, them boys.
Don't try to compare yourself to Golden State. I know you're trying to slay. I
As
know you're
far-
trying to slay.
yeah,
I get what
as
you're
far
saying,
as
but you don't have to.
the style of play.
Like, don't try to compare yourself to Golden State.
He's trying to LeBron.
Bro, yeah, just like Golden State. Nah, what you mean, just like Golden State?
The style of
Shit, just like Golden State in Charlotte, nigga.
style of play. The style of play.
You ain't slick, bro.
Guard driven.
All right.
But you know what is interesting though? I don't know if y'all been seeing Isaiah Thomas play like in the G League. That man averaging like 40 something.
He can do
down
whatever he
there.
want to do.
Yeah, like they can't
Yeah,
guard him.
what that mean to you, Sean?
Nah.
What that mean is somebody averaging 40 in the G League?
No.
I'm just saying, if you average 40 in the G
Yeah.
League, you can come into the league average 10 points.
You come to Charlotte and average 10 points.
I think Isaiah Thomas is still a 20-point scorer in the NBA.
He could be. He just need the right situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Is Charlotte the right situation?
No.
I mean, he ain't gonna be out there that long to get that.
And that's why it's not the right
Yeah.
situation for Isaiah Thomas to be the man again, but to be a piece, yeah. To me, Isaiah Thomas could play anywhere. But like, if you're trying to make him the guy, yeah,
I don't think he's gonna be the guy.
It's
I
funny
don't
that Scary Terry was his backup in Boston, right?
Yep.
Now he's his
Mhm.
backup here. So yeah, but for him to get the time he needs and the shots he needs, this really ain't like that. But he's just replacing Ishmael. Ishmael gave us spot minutes, and I think they just need somebody to fill a gap till Boat Knight gets back up. Josh Bro says dark horse NFL MVP candidate Zach
Already.
Wilson. Y'all can mark that down.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Okay, so he's clearly a Jets fan.
Yeah, we definitely will.
dark horse MVP.
Yeah, he said a lot of
On Madden,
That's Manny's burner account.
That's man.
That's his burner account.
It gotta be. 'cause
I
that's-
would never even say that.
That's crazy.
Oh man, he got a burner account.
What's y'all quarterback name?
Oh, Daniel Jones.
No, that's the Giants. Where you from?
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow has a way better chance of being the MVP next year, bro. Like
It's not even a
Zach
question.
Wilson.
Yeah, that ain't even close. What's the Lakers score? Oh, it's 56-38. The Lakers only down 18. All right.
He's the only down.
To who?
The
They gonna
Mavs?
so what I was gonna ask,
Them boys not gonna make the
because
playoffs.
Vogel, they're not. But
They gonna make the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
They gonna make the playoffs.
Them boys struggling.
Vogel
LeBron's
is
legacy is built
so
off of this season.
bad, man. And he can't maximize anything. And I know the roster fucked up, but you got to be able to squeeze something out of it.
Did you see his face in that game? I don't know if you watched that New Orleans game.
Mm-mm.
Man, his face, and he got a tech like it was the dumbest tech ever. Like it wasn't even nothing to argue. I'm like, he's just trying to do something.
This question goes into this conversation. We them boys, shout out to you. Lakers front office ignoring Braun and Rich Paul. Is Clutch Sports losing its power, especially after Ben Simmons drama?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's just like they see. First of all, it's the Lakers. We don't give a damn if you LeBron or whatever. You ain't gonna come here telling us what the fuck to do. This ain't Cleveland.
But he did.
Sorta. But and it didn't work, right?
It didn't work, yeah.
All right, so now
Like
they
most of
all right,
LeBron's GM
all right.
moves.
Well, the last couple, I mean, he got him a title. The last ones did. This just didn't work. Bringing Westbrook in. I don't think they're losing their power. I think that they know that at some point they're gonna have to rebuild, and they need that pick, and they didn't want to give it up. Whatever this pick was, and I honestly think they were like, LeBron, this is what you wanted. We're gonna let you stew in it because we had other moves in mind that we were gonna make. You wanted this guy, now you're trying to tell us to go do something else. No, we got you what you wanted.
Giving up a first round for John Wall is a lot to ask, too.
And then it's fucking John Wall. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Hell no. You thought Westbrook was going to work. You want us to bring John Wall can't shoot any better than Westbrook.
Yeah, you can.
That ain't that much better. It's better, though.
True, but
It's a shit sandwich with cheese
His
on it.
jumper is better.
It's better.
Because I remember John Wall can shoot all that.
It's better than Russ. It's better
You
than
see
what
where he
we
leaning
see.
at. He trying to give you a signal, Kenny. Like,
And John Wall ain't played in what, 2-3 years?
boy.
Hey, they shouldn't have made the move. Not for no first round pick. Look, so I agree with a lot what you're saying. I agree with everything that you're saying. You gotta allow LeBron because all right. So there's things that are good for LeBron, and then there's things that's good for the franchise. And sometimes they're not the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what was good for LeBron and the franchise was to win a championship. What was good for LeBron and the franchise was to get Anthony Davis. The rest of these moves were not good for either. They should have paid Alex Caruso.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain guys that they should have paid, even if it got you in a luxury tax. You're the fucking Lakers. You pay that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a known commodity. You brought in a whole bunch of unknown shit, and now you're getting these type of results.
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, man, look, I don't know what's gonna happen. I see a lot of people saying that they need to trade LeBron. LeBron is the best tradable asset. I agree with that, but I don't know if that's the route that they move in. But it's a fucked up situation.
Yeah,
though.
people just throwing out trade LeBron, trade AD. I think AD is probably the easiest thing to trade. You can probably get way more.
No, you know why I disagree?
Why?
He's never healthy.
Yeah, but some teams I think could take that risk.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course, because you got organizations.
Like if you're Boston.
Oh, 100%. You know what? But not if I got to get up one of the Jays.
But do they still all those draft picks?
They probably have already drafted them.
Either way, I just think that this motherfucker playing Trevor Ariza. And, granted, he'll get 11 minutes here, 15 minutes there. The motherfucker never scoring. You can't play old-ass Trevor Ariza. I still think the best lineup is LeBron and Malik Monk had chemistry. If they can't stop anybody, at least try to outscore the motherfuckers. They were developing a chemistry. Vogel keep changing the fucking rotations. He got fucking Austin Reeves out there. So, nah, man, he ain't no fucking Alex Caruso replacement. Was that Pelinka that didn't want to bring him in?
Yeah, I think that they were off by $5 million. Caruso,
man,
you
bro,
pay that.
you pay that
You
for
pay that.
Alex Caruso, and I know I gave him shit, but
But the chemistry with LeBron is undeniable.
yeah.
And then what he brings to the table, he can shoot.
Yep.
He's a big guard. He could guard smaller guys, bigger guys. Like,
Yeah,
bring him back.
So tonight he started Reeves, Monk. I honestly think they probably should throw Melo in the fucking starting lineup at this point.
Hey, I've been trying to say that for a little.
I mean, shit.
You see, they waived DeAndre.
I know,
after that pass.
But he couldn't do shit with DeAndre Jordan. Fucking
Philly said they're gonna try to look at Jordan now.
Philly just wants another big body behind him, which I get.
It's just
yeah, don't let him handle the rock.
I think the Lakers gonna make the play in at least.
They might not.
It's gonna be hard.
They might not.
I think LeBron got to get you there.
I don't. It's not LeBron. It's not LeBron.
I'm saying, but this is his team. We talked about it's his doing. If this is what he constructed, he has to. I believe in LeBron enough to be like, you could get to the playoffs.
To overcome this in year 18, 19, bro,
he's still putting up great numbers.
Yeah, I know, but without AD, like if you look at the rest of this roster, this is like where FIFA was going. This ain't young LeBron.
No, but if that's the case, it says a lot about LeBron.
No, Nick.
No.
Nick,
I'll say what it says.
Let Nick's doing this. Explain that shit.
I said this says a lot about LeBron.
How?
Like I just mentioned, because of my expectations. I said this. I'm the one that's going against y'all in this point. So you're looking at me crazy for no reason. I said with LeBron on this team and the roster he constructed, they should at least be a play-in tournament team. And I'm saying if they don't make the playoffs or the play-in, that means they're not even the 10th best team in the West. Then that says a lot about LeBron James and the shit that he did.
What does it say about him?
It says that he couldn't not only design a roster to be at least a play-in tournament team, but he wasn't good enough to even help them get into the playoffs.
So, but you just said by his numbers that he's having one of his.
I expect him. That's what I'm saying. That's why I still expect him.
But if he is playing his part and they don't overcome, how is that on LeBron James?
Because it's not just about his play; it's about his roster construction, which is why I'm tying it into.
But he is a player. They don't pay him to be the GM.
But they sure listen to him, and he sure got his guys there.
But just like every organization is going to listen to their best player, but it's not on their best player to make roster decisions.
But
bro.
he is the one that asked for these guys, and he got them. Ken just mentioned how they said that they was
Russell Westbrook. I don't think he asked for the rest of these motherfuckers.
I'm saying the guy that he asked for it. Let's talk about this construction in totality. They won one title with this construction that he's been doing so far since he's been in LA. He asked for AD, got him. He asked for Russ, got him. He asked for a bunch of those rookies and young players to be traded to get assets and other stuff too. Got him. So all right, he got one title off of that. So to me, that proved enough to where he's good enough to at least steer this ship way better than what the Lakers were before, because they didn't even get to the playoffs. They didn't get to the playoffs for 10 years, damn near.
I know.
Before he got there. So he's doing a hell of a job better than what they did.
Yeah, no,
But if he can't get this team with all these savvy vets, quote unquote, and him still playing at an elite level in year 19 plus, then we gotta look at LeBron like, bro, you fucked up.
We can say,
that's what I'm saying.
Westbrook. Well, there's so many things that happen, but
to me, it's like you can't excuse him from this shit.
No, and I'm not. I mean, because the info is out there. He is
said it was okay.
He wanted
bring him in.
Westbrook, bring him in. He told them to not get Buddy Hield, bring him in. They had a plan to work on how they play. AD got hurt, then LeBron got hurt. They just left Westbrook all by himself. But everything else, to the point where Westbrook is known to be able to drag motherfuckers to something. Even he couldn't do shit. You saw what he did just last year in fucking Washington with pieces damn near as bad as this and just Bradley Beal. And he couldn't even overcome this roster. My thing is when I look at this, Nick, it's just telling me that LeBron really is fucking old, bro. And
you said it earlier on that one look.
He just ain't got it, bro.
He looked old when he was hugging on with MJ. They had that little moment. I was like, damn, they look more. They look more alike than they.
And he,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, this thing.
And he didn't even try. Honestly, I don't even think he even trying to do all that much to get him there.
He's not going into his playoff role. Because
we heard him say that before. He didn't get to the playoffs then either.
No, he's not. He said he's not going into it.
Yeah, he's not.
Not
going
that he
into
is,
it.
and I don't think he's gonna go into zero dark whatever.
No, he don't need to. What for? This is not a true contender.
And then the way this roster constructed, like if you lose AD, that's huge because AD and LeBron can cover up a lot of the other shit. You take AD out of that equation.
But without AD, should they still be at least a play-in tournament team? Should they still be
No.
a top 10 team
I think
in the
if this
West?
thing, if you started this season with just this roster,
Yeah. I mean,
I said it would be a struggle
according
because
to
it's so bad.
yes, but the reason they're not is not LeBron. The
We're
reason they
living
aren't.
we're
No,
living
but
in
I'm
the
saying
past.
but you have LeBron, so you at least should be a
No.
play-in
You
tournament
can't
team.
say what they have. You got to say what these others are not doing. Like tonight, for example. Hey, by the way, they didn't pull within 15, so at half they're down 15. But even tonight, Russell Westbrook is 2 for 10, 0 for 2 from 3, 6 points. You can't win,
like
with
that.
your third best player not doing nothing none of the time, and he's the second best
We've seen
right
LeBron
now.
win with less.
But that ain't
Younger.
that's not. Yeah, that's one.
But we've been talking about LeBron.
That's the exception, not the rule.
My thing is this: we can't have it both ways. We can't
No,
talk.
you can,
we
because
hold on.
Father Time.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you
Father
talk.
Time.
Hold on. We talk about LeBron being 15 plus in the years and doing all this goofy shit and all this shit. Like, oh, we commend you. This nigga doing all this shit better than MJ, and he can get you there. He can get you as long as he on your team. You got a chance. If you can't get me a top 10 fucking placement in the West, and the West is way worse than it was back in the day. Get the fuck out of here. This on you. And I see y'all niggas in the chat talking about LeBron ain't the GM. LeBron is the fucking GM. Everywhere he go, he been managing shit. When he went to Miami, that was him and his homeboys.
No,
when he
it
went back
wasn't.
to Cleveland, he made Andrew Wiggins get the fuck up out of there.
Pat Riley didn't go for that shit.
But he came down there though. He came down there.
I'm just saying, Pat Riley, all that shit LeBron tried to move, Pat Riley did not go for
What about
that
Shabazz Napier? Was that a Pat Riley pick or was that LeBron
That was
James
at the
pick?
end when that was
LeBron James. LeBron said I want Shabazz here. What happened? They drafted his ass. LeBron did.
LeBron said that you'd be stupid to not draft Shabazz here.
Okay,
and then he drafted him
what is that not saying?
But wait.
To your organization.
Nick, you named one player.
No,
he drafted him in his
examples.
I'm telling you, because that's an overplayed narrative. It probably was more accurate in Cleveland, but even when they wanted to get Amari Stoudemire.
Yep.
Cleveland didn't get Amari Stoudemire. That's one of the reasons why he left.
They went and got Antoine Jameson.
They went and got Antoine Jameson. This LeBron is the GM. That's it's
so
overplayed.
LeBron went back to Cleveland.
LeBron
he
left.
didn't tell Andrew Wiggins to get the fuck up out of here and get Kevin Love.
He wanted Kevin Love. It worked out. They got a title.
It worked out.
But
okay.
we're talking about that phase of Cleveland. He went to Miami. Pat Riley wasn't having any of that shit. He didn't have any control in Miami the way he wanted to, which is why he left. Went back to Cleveland. He had more control then because he was a champion. So he had more say over the roster. Left, came to LA. I wanted AD, got AD, shipped the motherfuckers out. It worked. They got a title. Said I want Westbrook. Got Westbrook, and it's not working out.
So then how is that not on? Again, if all of this shit has been going right and it goes wrong once, we're going to blame the Lakers front office.
I don't think anybody.
Well, we know the Lakers front office been shitty for 10, like I mentioned. Before he got there, it was shit.
I'm not excusing LeBron for wanting Westbrook.
Yeah,
that's what all I'm trying to say. He got to get I think he gets at least 50% of the blame.
That's
for this season.
If
that's not fair.
I can't give him that.
That's
much.
not.
I mean,
fair.
I won't.
Westbrook got to play.
I'm not saying it's all on him.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you
saying
gotta know what.
But he brought him in there.
But
I
he
mean,
ain't
I
even
feel
what.
you.
This is more on Westbrook. This is more on Frank Vogel. This is more on AD.
We knew Frank Vogel wasn't shit.
You know why? Because LeBron is doing what LeBron is supposed to do. The difference in what LeBron can do now at age 38 versus LeBron at age 28, 25 is that he can go into other levels of shit and physically just overwhelm everybody. LeBron is still physically as gifted as the best player in the NBA. But he's not overwhelming people.
No.
That's the difference.
Would you be surprised if they missed the plaplayoffs?
No.
You would not be surprised in the least.
This team is really
they're
bad. Like they are really fucking bad.
I would be shocked.
Especially Carmelo
I'll be
Anthony.
shocked.
Nick,
Chill out.
Nick,
I'll be shocked.
If LeBron was 28, I would say 1,000,000%, and I would give LeBron 70% of this blame.
32, I'd give LeBron.
Even 32, bro. Even 6 years ago. But damn near 40? Nah, bro. Like, what's the expectation? You know what the expectation level is? To not fall off. That's shit. And you know what? That's not even the expectation. That's your fingers crossed. I hope you don't fall off,
shit,
LeBron.
Kobe couldn't even carry motherfuckers shit when he got to a certain age. He's just old now, and he needs all these pieces. That's why he went and got fucking ID. You know, and it just didn't work.
Wow, so y'all are saying y'all would not be shocked if a LeBron James led team when he's averaging.
Bro, I call it like I see it,
averaging over when he's averaging the numbers he's averaging to miss the playoffs
Because you
wow.
keep
I
saying that
call it
it
like
says
I
a
see
lot
it,
about
bro.
LeBron. To me, it says a lot about all these other motherfuckers
It does.
that you got a dude
But we seen
doing
him. But we've always commended LeBron taking a Butcher, Baker, and a Candlestick maker to the deep into the playoffs.
because he can overwhelm you physically. He can't.
But
He
I'm
don't
just
have that
I'm
no
just
more.
asking to be there. I'm not asking him to do more shit than that.
Nah, bro. Look, why do you
He
think?
still need them to help him to get there, and they're not there.
What was the whole reason of getting AD? So that way AD could take the burden off. AD could be the main guy. LeBron can finally take a backseat role. LeBron can be plan B and not plan A. And LeBron is still playing A. LeBron is still playing 35 plus minutes a game. LeBron is still averaging 25 plus points a game. LeBron is still hitting his career averages, bro.
But did we not say this on this program way before the shit actually went down? We said, even Kyle, 12 Kyle said it. AD's made of glass, right? We know he's fragile. We expect that.
Yeah.
So him getting hurt is not surprising, yet LeBron still wanted him. When motherfuckers was talking shit about Westbrook and his percentages of shooting all that shit, we knew that before he got on this team, yet LeBron still wanted him. That's why I'm saying, like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, it is on him.
What we're talking about is LeBron that got a title with AD that's not going to get one with Westbrook. He's batting 50-50.
All right.
That's what it is. But shit, they got a title and got them other motherfuckers out. What are them other motherfuckers doing? What's Brandon Ingram doing? Now he's playing well.
I don't know what he is.
Lonzo, Kuzma
I haven't seen Lonzo play in a
a
minute.
bunch of numbers
hurt.
on a Washington Wizard team that's not doing anything. And fucking Josh, like
KCP,
you know,
yeah.
KCP got a title when he was there. You know, you could have brought that back and did more than they did this year because they had chemistry, knew how to play with each other. All these motherfuckers, Wayne Ellington, Kent Bazemore, fucking damn Trevor Ariza.
They brought trash.
It's DeAndre Jordan. It's so bad. And Vogel can't put shit together because Vogel's more of a defensive-minded coach and he ain't got defensive-minded players.
Sound like somebody else I know called Thibodeau over there in New York that ain't winning shit either.
It's bad, man. Like
I don't like Thibodeau.
it's bad.
We both said that when he first got hired.
Josh Bros says Zach gonna have that year 2 jump, man.
Zach Wilson.
I forgot. I was like, Zach who? I thought you were talking about Zach Levine. I was like, year 2 what? Black Sunday, he said, Black Sunday said, Philly versus Milwaukee in 7 games. Who y'all taking?
Woo! Philly versus Milwaukee. Oh yeah, I'm getting Milwaukee.
Give me Milwaukee.
Gentleman
too.
sweep.
Give me Philly. Hey.
4 for 1, boy.
Give me Philly.
Harden scares me, but I'm gonna go Philly.
You going with?
Give me Philly.
Y'all insane.
Give me Philly.
The defending NBA champs.
Hey, that boy Embiid is more unstoppable than that boy Giannis.
I
You heard it
don't
here
know about
first.
that,
I looked
bro.
for Q. I didn't even realize Q was gone.
I don't know about that.
Josh Bros said, I think LeBron is mentally scarred from the backlash he got from the decision.
Mentally scarred.
Now he's always putting himself in a spot where others can get the blame.
No, I don't think anybody else getting the blame in this situation.
Y'all blamed everybody but him.
No, I didn't disagree with your 50%.
I did.
You think 50?
He did. Bro,
I think he's up there, but I don't think 50.
I just go by what I know and what I've read. They came to him and said, we got a deal for Buddy Hield, and he told them no.
At the beginning,
are you not listening to LeBron James? Are you not listening to LeBron James? You gonna tell LeBron James, fuck what you said, I'm gonna go do this?
Yeah, I agree.
So then he got GM power.
I'm asking y'all at the beginning before this went down, did y'all think that this was a good move to make? Would y'all have said take Buddy Hield over what is his name?
Westbrook?
Yeah, Westbrook.
I didn't really care. That's not my team, so I could give 2 fucks.
To me,
I just expect LeBron to get into the playoffs.
I can't remember what
I thought Buddy Hield would. I think we all said Buddy Hield would have been a better fit.
Yeah.
I understood the logic of going with Westbrook because LeBron's getting older. We already seen him get hurt one time and lose almost half the season or at least a third of the season. And it's like, okay, well, shit, not getting younger. AD, we already knew he's made out of glass. So it's like, okay, you bring in a Westbrook when one of those 2 guys are down. You still got Westbrook plus a guy.
Yeah.
So it made sense logically from that perspective. But from a fit perspective, LeBron being a primary ball handler, AD being AD, you go get a Buddy Hield.
Yeah, and my thing was that it was reported that they actually sat down and talked how they were going to play together, and we haven't
With
seen
Buddy?
it.
Yeah.
No,
Or
with
Westbrook?
Westbrook.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So it's like they developed like an offensive scheme or something. So they had a plan going in,
But the plan never
and so
developed.
yeah, it just
It's
didn't
just
work
not
out.
complimentary. You know, so remember how I was talking about Embiid and Harden, right? Shelton, and I was saying I don't see Embiid's numbers dropping,
Yeah.
right? Because how Harden scores isn't going to affect how Embiid scores.
Right.
And when we saw LeBron and AD, it didn't. Their numbers didn't suffer because it's complementary. But when you add a Westbrook to it, it's disjointed, so it's suffering. Somebody has to make big time adjustments to make it work. The same way D Wade had to make big time adjustments to make it work. I got to play way more off ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm just more of a catch and shoot guy. Or when LeBron's out, then I can be more D Wade. Westbrook, for whatever, Westbrook has to play championship basketball.
Yep.
He's never in
Yep.
his entire career had to do that.
In the second half of his career, he hasn't done that.
He doesn't know
well,
what it is.
yeah. And I was thinking that maybe LeBron would be able to kind of coach that into him, but apparently not.
LeBron Westbrook knows one speed, one way, one everything. So hindsight, right? We always say it's 2020. Buddy Hield is the better fit. And I said that then too, because if we're thinking of basketball, what does the offense look like? Buddy Hield would not have been compromised because he's complementary. LeBron wouldn't have been compromised. AD wouldn't have been compromised. Those three guys fit.
Yeah, and the other thing is that look, I even wondered if this team would be in the same situation if they had Buddy Hield. We don't know, and we never will know, because it could be the same situation depending on how they build out the rest of the roster.
Exactly.
But they may have, but yeah, we'll never know, because they probably had to go get what they can get. But maybe they have more money
or
to fill out the roster.
100%, because obviously Buddy Hield makes way less than Russell Westbrook. Maybe they would have kept Caruso with Buddy Hield. We don't know what the what ifs.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. But
yeah, I guess you just expect Russell Westbrook to do a portion of what he was doing before. He's doing absolutely nothing. He ain't even role player status at this point. Like nothing. You get nothing from him. And I
just don't think he knows how to play this way. Whatever way they're trying to play, he just doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, it ain't working.
And
he's just not complimentary.
I think Vogel is just a hot mess. He was a hot mess before during the title run.
See, because Ken, look,
and now it's
Russell Westbrook has primarily played his entire career with the ball in his hand. Are you going to remove the ball from LeBron and give it to Westbrook? No. Westbrook off the ball, is he a good or even a decent catch and shoot player? No. Westbrook now in his later years is barely a decent free throw shooter. Once upon a time, he was mid 80s. That man like barely 70s now. So there's a lot of positives you get with Russell Westbrook, but
even those have disappeared.
But there's so many more negatives now. That my question is, how and where is Russell Westbrook complementary to your two stars?
And he's not. And I think Vogel will be gone in the offseason.
Oh, 100%.
They may let him.
No,
keep him. I'm talking about keeping him the rest of the season.
Oh, this season? Oh yeah, they would have been fired him if they were going to do it.
But he should have been gone.
Yeah, they might. I don't think he's gonna make it through the rest of the year.
You don't think
this
so?
year?
No, he can't.
They would have been let him go if they were going to let him go. Right now, it looks bad.
Is Jason Kidd still on there?
Yeah, he's still on the roster. So
who?
Jason Kidd's an assistant head coach.
No. Anyway,
where did he go?
Jason Kidd is at Dallas, isn't he?
He's somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, all I know is that they have an associate head coach.
Jason Kidd, the head coach is Dallas.
So he left the Lakers to go over there.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. Don't the Lakers still have another big name associate head coach?
He coached while he was out. The black is it Fizdale?
Yeah, Fizdale.
Oh yeah, Fizdale gonna get the job.
Yeah. Jason Kidd is at Dallas.
That's a LeBron guy.
Okay.
That's a LeBron.
That's all I got.
All right. Last two super chats we get out of here.
Yeah, we got Oblivion Radio. Oblivion, what's happening? He said the Warriors are not in trouble. They've been slumping since Draymond got injured. but they'll be fine. When Draymond and Wiseman get back, they'll be good.
Wiseman.
Size, just
Yeah,
size.
just
Like I
size.
said, you
Just
need
size.
an extra body and size and athleticism. That's all you need.
We count on
You don't need
Wiseman,
him.
bro.
You don't need him to come out there and be a world beater. You just need him.
I thought you just needed Steph. He the team, man.
Oh, you gotta have Steph.
You gotta have Steph. Without Steph, don't mean nobody coming back else means
None of
something,
this mean
right?
nothing without
Don't
Steph.
mean shit without Steph.
Eric
Wiseman?
Jones. Eric Jones said LeBron needed someone else to handle and create, but he ain't that.
LeBron don't need that. What is we're talking about? Arguably, still the best player in the game that handles the rock, plays point forward. Why are we taking the ball out of his hand?
The second part is we didn't know Westbrook would be missing layups.
I didn't know Westbrook was gonna be missing dunks.
Yeah,
like he's airballing dunks, bro.
No, we don't have the game on right now. Y'all, we actually doing the show. We don't have it on. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to assistant coaches.
Yeah, me neither.
My bad, Tigolo.
No one
My
does.
bad. I should have known. Jason Kidd was somewhere on the bench without a camera on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not watching the game, man.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
But,
hey, real quick before we go, we mentioned it on is the mic still on? I was on there this past week. I appreciate y'all letting me come on there. Check that out when you get a chance. But we talked about Grambling. And I just want to get y'all's thoughts on that, on the Grambling situation and the fact that they hired out there. Have you been watching it?
I looked it up a little bit and I saw some of y'all responses in the chat. And I got a gist of it. I'm not really fond of Hugh Jackson right now, but
yeah, he was.
It's just a stupid ass situation. It should never got that far.
So Browse told him today in the update to the show Sunday. Sunday he hadn't said this, but he let him know today that he won't be joining the staff. I'm sure that was probably
that's
forced.
his second time doing that. You know that the last place that tried to hire him, it was the same shit. The backlash, and he had to say the same shit.
I'm trying to think of what would make them think that this was going to work. Anyway, Hugh Jackson, I don't know what you was thinking about, but
Hugh Jackson's coaching career is down the fucking drain because he over here he in the headlines for Grambling State.
That's crazy. And not in a
That's
good
a place
way.
you're supposed to go to and nobody hear from you again until you start winning and you could probably come back.
But yeah, that's just crazy. It's just crazy that you be willing to take a chance on this guy like that. But that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm talking about Fizdale, y'all. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, well, cool. I think that's gonna do it for us, man. We'll catch you guys next week. We out. Peace.
Peace. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Please share.
You still gotta play foreign.
Yeah. Hey, Ken, since you have